It's 7 o'clock, guys. It's time to get going. This is going to be more than a one-shot. I'm going to tell you this now, and I'll tell the players. You know what? I'll just tell the players. It's going to be more than a one-shot. Going to unmute myself. Hello there.
Shut up.
Oh, hi. Oh.
Wow.
Hi. Sorry, I was talking to the cat. Hi.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, tell the cat to shut up. Of course.
He kept meowing.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Meowing.
Yeah, no, totally.
He kept meowing.
Yeah, and I mean, your character just lost 1 to all stats, but that's also unrelated. It was just some math I was doing beforehand.
On your tiny hands? Yeah, I understand why it's negative one now. Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, no, just it's -2. I forgot.
It's fine. Make it -3.
Fucking Yendar comes in. I'm keeping this in. So this is our quote-unquote one-shot, but it's not actually going to be just a one-shot because I accidentally wrote 22 pages of notes. So we have a couple weeks where we're down a player, so it's kind of good that I accidentally wrote this too big because it'll probably span the couple weeks that we're down players.
Gotcha. I won't be able to be here next Friday. I have a sponsored thing, but I'm down for the weeks afterwards.
No problem. Yeah, great. Perfect. I guess
I'm sorry that some of us have to work for a living, okay?
No, that's totally fine. Fuck my thing, right?
Did I just hear the absolutely egregious joke that you work for a living?
I fucking love this joke so much. I love fucking saying that to people.
And watch them cry.
Primarily Flynn's in-laws, whenever they're mad that I don't take a day off to like go eat lunch, I'm like, sorry, some of us have to, because they're both retired. Sorry, some of us have to fucking work for a living, okay?
That's amazing.
Techsmith with the graduate degree in analytical chemistry, and you and me here making fart jokes as pirates for a living.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Oh man. Okay. First thing I'll need is well, I guess I can change them in game, but right now your names are definitely not the right names, so I'll have to change that while we're going.
I didn't think of a name for my character because I'm really bad at names. Like I really overthink names a lot, so I would like my name to be Yendar.
Okay, perfect. I will just change.
Dude, that was an excellent choice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
That's probably the only thing. Whatever comes to my characters, I don't think of the background, soundtracks, where they're from, none of that. But the name, I'll put the actual thought into like what their name will be. And so it would legitimately take me a fucking week to come up with this shit. So,
I get it, man.
Yeah.
I fucking get it. Now I just gotta add this stupid overlay. And does it work? Hey, it worked. Nice. Milton, your character's name?
You're gonna like this. Karen Smith Tech.
What the hell?
Yep.
Fuck, now I want to be Karen Smith Tech's brother.
Oh my god. Karen Smith Tech. Got it.
Do I have to have a last name? Does it matter?
I'm assuming it's Yendar.
No, okay,
Yendar?
you know. Yendar Frito.
Yendar Frito.
Yeah, Yendar
Perfect.
Frito, because I've got a pack of Fritos on
Perfect. Okay. We've got Catherine Hall, Karen Smith Tech, and Yendar Frito. Well,
One of these things.
God.
and my middle name is Merlin, just in case.
Okay, well, I wonder if that can all fit.
Better.
Yendar, Merlin,
remember it.
Frito. There we go.
20 minutes into this episode, I'm be like, wait, what was my character's name?
Okay, well, we've got a real assault for names. Perfect. And we have 2 out of 3 people in Roll20, so that's awesome.
I'm launching it right now.
I bet you are, now that I said that.
See?
Yeah,
Boom, right there.
Exactly.
There's no way I
Absolutely.
opened the tab and got into it that fast, okay? I was legitimately clicking the fucking button.
Sure, of course.
That's
Of course.
yeah, totally. Yep.
Absolutely. Now, how dare I question your integrity?
Oh, my fucking head. Babe, give me the spicy wings. I'm sick of this
damn
shit.
it. Fuck. Okay. So, today we're doing a one-shot, which will turn into a mini-series unless everyone's always away, but whatever. We'll make it work. I'm glad that we could just do a session tonight, honestly. And I do mean it. Thank you guys. I know that the holiday season is like imminent, as in kind of now also. So I do actually appreciate you guys making yourselves as available as you are.
I hope so. I canceled a flight to go visit my mom in California to be here. So
okay, well that was a stupid choice. That was a stupid dumbass decision.
Absolutely, you know.
Fucking dumbass 0 out of 10 idea. Okay.
My mom understood.
Oh wow, she's a big fan.
She watches every week.
Wow. I can't.
She's a big fan. Now you're calling his mom fat? What the fuck?
Wow. Unbe-fucking-leavable.
That's not what I meant at all.
That was pretty fucked up,
just
dude.
like a huge fan.
She's not just big, she's huge.
Yeah, he emphasized it.
Wow, yeah.
I'm just saying that she's a corpulent fan.
First off, I fuck you and your college jargon, okay? Because I didn't know what the fuck you just said to me.
Okay, so this is in the Mar universe. I know you've all at least glanced over the bit of lore I dumped on you guys. Boy, just really poor choice of words tonight. Really poor choice of words.
I'm just gonna get the wings now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, it's not wings. Today it's Thai food with lots of spicy sauce on it.
I'm kind of fucking jealous. So you've all kind of glanced over the lore that I sent, and the one thing I will say is that this is still in the Mar universe. And in fact, if you remember the description of the world that were in all the different inks, this would quite accurately
green.
Well, no.
Fuck. Okay.
That's interesting. The other person to guess which ink this was also guessed green. I've done a bad job. I've done a bad fucking job describing
I didn't get to guess, so I'm going to guess blue.
Okay. Well, Kaylee,
is it the white ink? Is it the white ink?
Yeah, perfect. So I guess
it's the gold ink. It's the gold ink.
Is it the gold ink?
Yeah. I've just done a terrible fucking job.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you? Oh shit! You live in an enormous flying. What the is this? Oh shit! BRB 1 minute. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh, that's
I actually did read the entire thing. Seems very BioShock Infinite-ish, which I fucking love.
Okay, wait. That's red. No, that's red ink, right?
What the
I don't remember. I remember you describing the steampunk one, but I would never remember it.
Okay, hold on. Now fuck you. I don't want to start the campaign to figure this. Okay, so white is what we are currently in. Green is the one with the wizards. Gold is I don't remember what gold is. Gold is where Buddy is.
It must be that.
Blue is supposed to be. I thought blue was like Earth, was like our Earth status, like modern day.
Piratey.
Oh, blue is piratey.
Yep.
I'm still going red. I'm saying red.
It's probably red.
It's gold.
Fuck you.
Yeah, the gold ink is classically steampunk airships, stuff like that. So this is in the Mar universe, and this is in the gold ink. Not only that, but the outcome of this miniseries will have bearing on the main campaign.
I love that.
I
like that. Can I tell you what my objective is right off the bat? It's completely OOC, but I can tell you what my objective is. I want to find a way to completely eliminate peanut butter in the white ink universe.
What a weirdly specific goal.
My character hates peanut. Yendar hates peanut butter.
Yendar fucking hates peanut butter, but only in the white universe.
Yeah, only in the white universe. You know what? He loves it so much. He's trying to transfer it.
Shit. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So are you gonna like read this for everyone, or is this just for us?
No, I'm gonna read it for everyone. Yeah.
Okay,
I want to set the stage a little bit.
Okay.
So I will start with the classic. Oh boy.
Wait, hold on. Don't start yet. Wait, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't start. Okay. Fuck you. Hold on. Hold on. Fuck you. Hold on.
Oh my God. Seems so serious. Is it his Thai food? Is he getting his fucking Thai food and he wants to make sure that he has a spicy ass fucking Thai food for when he sits back down at his fucking desk?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Stop!
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Sorry, I was getting food. Go ahead.
Oh God, fuck's sake.
Sorry. I love you.
Okay, so I will welcome everyone to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real, where we use, well, kind of a homebrew rule set now to enjoy some good old-fashioned RPG fun set in a steampunk airship universe. To anyone new, all the old episodes are up on YouTube, but that doesn't matter much because this session is an entirely new little mini campaign. As I said, it is absolutely in the Mar universe. And now you know where. And
You know, before we begin real quick, sorry, before we begin, I really want to get one thing very clear.
yeah.
I genuinely appreciate all of your company.
Hey, me too,
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
Yeah.
I look forward to these sessions all week.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
me too. Like I was super bummed when I thought I was
100%.
gonna have to call these because I genuinely like hanging out with you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want you to know I genuinely appreciate like you guys' time and I look forward to these every week. And I want to prove that.
Okay. I don't know that I like the proof.
I fucking hate space westerns as it is. They feel super apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic to me, and that is my least favorite genre of any genre in the world. Guess what my second least favorite genre of any genre in the world is?
Oh my god, you have got to be fucking kidding me.
It's steampunk. I fucking hate steampunk.
What the hell's
But God
wrong with
damn it,
you?
I'm here. Let's do this. I'm fucking excited and you.
Damn it! Well, going into this with a whole lot less confidence than I had approximately 10 seconds ago.
Don't worry, I am certain that you are about to completely change the last 30 years of my life with this one episode.
Absolutely. The camera starts with a clockwork robot. Well, maybe I'll just skip over how I did use the word clockwork quite a few times in this campaign. So if I pause before I describe something, it's probably because I'm finding a new adjective.
I'm just going to say clockwork in the most disappointed way possible when you start to do that.
Well, fuck.
Nah, I love you, man. This is going to be fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, no,
Let's do
it'll
it.
be fun. I think
Let's do it.
this is going to be some fun. Even if you don't like the subject matter, you know, I think it'll still be fun. Okay, so last main episode, we left off on a huge cliffhanger. And we were going to call Mar for a few weeks. So I decided to pull out this session that I actually started writing with the viewers. So if some things seem a little crazy, it's because this is mostly viewer-sourced session. And it's not a one-shot. It's going to take a couple episodes. And so let's start setting the scene for what this session miniseries is and what the universe is. Our party lives in the enormous flying city of Zephyron. This city is largely a multiple mile wide flat surface, with the actual city built as a tapering cone beneath the flat surface. It houses thousands of people and stays afloat using vast amounts of steam power. There are enormous oars sticking out of the sides of the city, pushing air currents, and gigantic sails catching wind on top of the flat surface. There are massive visible pipes sticking out of the rear of the city, gushing vast volumes of steam to propel the city itself, as well as a number of large propellers giving the city speed, and rudders giving the city direction. On the top of the city is a tall spire where the god of your city resides. And they're not actually a divine being, but an immensely powerful wizard, so strong that they are like unto a god, and are nearly revered as such. Yours is not the only city in the sky. There are other cities, although most are smaller in size compared to Zephyron, but each have a god of their own, and none are friendly to any other city. The planet's surface was largely destroyed and made toxic by a war between species other than humans. Unfortunately, the war between these species also caused the surface to become uninhabitable, and humans were forced to take to the skies. Now they live in perpetual flight, small airships gradually being improved upon to support more and more people, flying from mountaintop to harvest natural resources found within, such as metal like copper and gold, as well as coal for the steam.
Sorry to stop. Chat is reading that music is way too loud for them to hear you.
What the fuck? Okay, we've got it. We got it. I fixed it. Okay, there we go. We got it. Thank you. Thank you for interrupting me before we got
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yendar Merlin Frito apologizes for having the music too damn loud. Damn it, Yendar Merlin Frito. When opposing... No, I'm going. Just shut up now, okay? I'm doing my thing.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Shut up. Okay. When opposing cities meet... I quit. That's it. We're calling the stream. I'm just gonna... Thanks everybody for showing up. Had a lot of fun. Hope you guys don't have the door hit you on ass on the way out. Fuck. I did great.
Wow, now he's insulting chat. My God.
When opposing cities meet, there's a war between the gods for the rights to the resources, as well as attempts to scavenge supplies from other cities. The large-scale combat generally goes on between the gods, and scavenging takes place between the common folk using ramshackle makeshift cranes and metal booms, as well as air-propelled pods to launch from city to city. And now, I think we're pretty much ready. Oh, I was so fucking quiet. That's the problem. I had myself turned way the fuck down. Okay. Now we're ready for the narrative camera. So let's fucking hit this shit. Okay, here we go. The camera starts at ground level. The earth is barren. The soil is dry and cracked. Faint green radioactive gas begins leaking up through the cracks, and there isn't a sign of life anywhere. The camera looks around, and the ground is not level and even, but it's bumped and raised, hills and valleys, and every now and then there's a mountain shooting up, but we can't see the tops of any mountain because there's a layer of this dark gray fog hanging 10 stories above the ground. This low gray fog has absolutely no breaks in it. And so the camera begins to travel upwards towards that fog in the air. And as we enter the fog, the light becomes dark and gray and sound is muted. The whooshing of the air becomes a dull hum, and we travel through half a mile of fog until we break through the other side. What we see blinds us. Bright crystal blue sky, a radiant sun glaring down at us, and a few large dappled clouds floating gently in the blue beyond. Here, we do hear the faint sound of birds, and we see the tops of some of those mountains reaching high up into the heavens. The camera pans around a bit, and then heads towards one of the large clouds in the sky. As we approach the cloud, we hear something from within. It's a long, loud creak of wood, like a massive boat might make on the ocean. Then there's a loud psh, and something comes barreling out of the clouds at us. At first, it almost looks like a giant airship, but then we realize it's not a ship. It's an entire city. There are hundreds of households, shops, and factories. It looks like a flat section of earth had been lifted up with an entire town built down below it. And on top of this city is one tower that stands tall above everything else in the center. A massively tall, slender spire that reaches up into the sky, and it has on top of it a golden orb with a faint humanoid figure showing behind the semi-translucent walls. Below the spire, we travel down to the ground level where the people walk about the streets, hawking wares, going to and from work, and just enjoying daily life. We travel down further still, below the streets of the city, and we see pipes. Hundreds and thousands of pipes of different sizes. Steel beams and reinforcements and an incredible assortment of machinations that keep this ship running, floating, moving, and the people alive. Further down we go, until we see people and odd, clockwork-like robots working in unison to shovel coal into enormous furnaces. Hard-working, muscle-bound folks cracking coal into smaller pieces and shoveling. Bots measuring, weighing, and flipping levers near the furnaces, redirecting the heat and steam. Then we see a group of three individuals walking by. They are the top 3 steam middle managers in this city. They are the assistant to the director's assistant director of assistants, the ADADA, the director of assistant directors of director assistants, the DADDA, and the assistant to the manager of directors, assistants, and managers, the AMDAM. They are the party. And here you are. We're going to turn off that god-awful music. There we go.
Oh.
That's the stuff.
Okay, wait a minute. So which one am I? Oh my God, I'm so happy. I was so hoping that one was mine.
So just to cover those again, we have the assistant to the director's assistant director of assistants, the director of assistant directors of director assistants, and the assistant to the manager of directors, assistants, and managers. There's usually 4 of you, but the managing assistant of directing assistant managers has called in sick today.
Typical.
It is a little bit typical, but also today's kind of an important day. You have some very important papers to collect, so it's kind of unfortunate. It's kind of a bummer that the MADAM has called in sick.
The madame.
The madame. You guys are doing your round of checks on the steam machines. You're in subsection 24 of the West Wing. It's deep in the bowels of Zephyron and consists mostly of grated metal walkways surrounded on all sides by pipes of different types. There are copper pipes designed for the transport of water, steel pipes for the transport of steam, plastic pipes with gold trim to indicate electronics, and heavy iron pipes for the transport of waste. It's quite loud in here. Steam is continually vented off where pressure buildups happen. There's a constant clanging and banging of people tending to worn pipes. And the walkway is busy as people push past you in both directions as they go about their work. The employees generally wear short-sleeve white shirts and suspenders to indicate they're general technicians. Every now and then, a few have strange rotating clockwork shoulder pieces to indicate they are supervisors. And every now and then you see one with a headlamp with a series of bulbs and interesting arms indicating that they are floor managers. You are approaching one such individual now, the floor manager of subsection 24, Mr. Percival Whitetree. Your job is to collect the floor report from Percival, also to provide him with an updated itinerary. You are sure that your job is to make sure that he stays on task, but it seems like every time you meet with Percival, it seems like he's trying to make sure that you are on task. But as you approach, you see Percival with his sun-bleached white hair, short trimmed and kind of pushed back, and his complicated set of headlamps, and he's kind of going over some paperwork. Go for it, guys.
I don't know what my voice is gonna be.
So I imagine that people are sort of wearing the I imagine, like, in general, the aesthetic for this universe is people are sort of wearing the, brass and leather and buckles and lenses and goggles and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I want so Karen, imagine a woman of approximately 4'11" stature, and rather than wearing the typical sort of leather with brass buckles and lenses and shit like that, Karen wears like an immaculate purple velvet business suit. Sort of like if you imagine the boss character for airline stewardesses.
Oh yeah.
If you were to fight a final boss and she was a steward, this is what she would wear.
Yeah.
And she has like just beneath the ear length hair in a fierce looking bob. And she wears a white what do you call it, like a surgical mask.
Oh, okay, yep.
And it's actually like you can tell that it's made out of like the finest fucking 6,000 thread count Egyptian silk with 3 little purple vertical lines where her mouth is, because it's a very expensive respirator, because you know she spends so much time working down where there's the steam and the chemicals and all the rest. And she walks up and says,
yeah, hi Percival, it's a pleasure to see you as always. Just wanted to make sure everything's good here. You got the memo that we sent last week about, you know, financing your request for toilet paper, things like that. We're all just want to make sure we're good to go there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Karen, everything's looking quite good.
Yeah, just real quick. Here we try to enforce the, you know, no first name policy. It's important in developing the power balance there. So I would appreciate it if you'd call me Miss Smith Tech. That'd be great.
Oh yes, of course, Miss Smith Tech. Of course, yes.
Mrs. Smith Tech.
Mrs. Yes, Mrs.
Yeah.
Smith Tech. Of course.
You can just call me Miss Smith Tech, though.
Okay. Yes, of course, Miss Smith Tech. Yes, everything's great. The paperwork, I think it got lost in transit. It's we haven't quite got a toilet paper yet, and I was just wondering if there's anything I can do to help make sure that, you know, you guys get the paperwork. You know, I'd be happy to take on, you know, maybe some of the you know, some of your responsibilities to help make sure things get pushed along, because I got to tell you, it's really quite a terrible situation down here without the paper, without the toilet paper. Yes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh man, what a bummer. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know that I'm a big fan of your attitude. Yes, coming across a little bit insubordinate. Who's your direct supervisor?
Oh.
I'd like to speak to him, please.
My direct supervisor. Well, okay. Well, that's complicated. I believe my direct supervisor would be the district assistant of managers to managing assistant directors. I think would be my direct supervisor.
Oh, yeah.
and Karen sort of like looks side to side, like she's trying to remember if that's the acronym for either of her for either of her colleagues. Is it one of them or
no,
is it, no? Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So she says that.
But yeah, so, well, hello, that's who I'm waiting for.
And there's almost a boom as she puts a hand on her hip. Like now she's engaging her power stance. Like,
oh shit.
So I'm waiting.
Oh yes, of course. Is there? I mean, okay, just all right. Perhaps, maybe. I mean, you would technically.
Did you get the memo?
I mean, yes, of course. I got it.
I'll have you another copy of the memo sent out, okay?
Okay, yes.
That'd be great. And we're gonna work on that attitude thing, right?
Of course, Miss.
You see, back in my day, in Zephyron Alpha, we didn't have the luxury of all this automatic steam generation. You know, we didn't have things like coal. It was all elbow grease that went. You know, back in my day, we had to work. We had to pull ourselves up from the ground, and you had to get a job right out of the gates. You weren't going to be able to afford your own pod. No way. You'd be sharing it. You think I wanted to do that? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Are you following me here, Percival?
Absolutely.
So I guess what I'm saying is I'm expecting you to put in a little bit of the hard work that I did, right?
Of course.
Are you going to say something? You're just going to sit there with your mouth shut?
I'm absolutely.
I don't have time for this.
and now she turns away and starts like going and inspecting other pipe.
I mean, I do require the itinerary. If perhaps one of you could, I do need my itinerary. That was,
I'll kind of approach, so I've been trying to figure out what the fuck my guy looks like, because I fucking hate steampunk. It's the stupidest fucking aesthetic in the goddamn fucking world. Okay, it is literally the dumbest fucking aesthetic that's possible.
Holy
shit. I want my guy to look like this. Okay, he's got a brown classic steampunk jacket, with like sun buttons. Okay, and he has the most ridiculous curled mustache, and he has a monocle, but he's way too young to actually need a monocle. He just has a monocle because he thinks it makes it look really cool, and he doesn't ever like have it in his eye. He only ever holds it. He doesn't do like the squint, put the monocle in his eye and hold it there. He just only ever holds it up like an idiot. And then just to top off the ridiculous stupidity that is fucking steampunk, he has the haircut of Ruby Rod.
Oh, excellent.
God. Well, okay, got it. Solid. Yendar Merlin Frito looks like an effing douche. Got it.
Yeah, and he I've just done Bane all week, so I'm just gonna do Bane. Excuse me there. What does that need?
I need to.
Mind you, he's 20 years old and he sounds like this. What are you looking for?
Oh my god.
Whenever he holds up the monocle, he just puts on that voice for some reason. What is this you're looking for?
I need my itinerary. I'm supposed to provide you with my floor report. I believe one of you is supposed to get my.
I don't have your itinerary. The other one has it. The report. Shut up. What's the report?
I mean, technically, I should
give me the report.
Itinerary before I
give me the report.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to give
me the report.
All right, I've got it right here. Can we maybe hand it off at the same time?
I'm about to write you up at this moment.
Oh my god. All right.
I will write you up.
Yes, no, of course.
Yes.
Give
me
right
that.
There. All right.
What is this? This is a note that just says, I do what I want. Give me the report.
Well, I do what I want. I run floor subsection 24 on the West Wing.
Subsection 24. I kind of look at Karen and I just kind of like do a very sort of thing,
Karen turns around. You can tell that she's like completely zoned out, and she's just holding a pen and a clipboard very vaguely, and turns around with absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just
subsection.
Yes, well, all right. Well, I mean, all right, here's the full report here. It's right here.
Thank you. All right.
Excellent. Now, can I please get, can I assume?
Yes, of course. She has it. And I like with one finger not paying attention. I point with my pinky as well. And I put my monocle down when I pick up the piece of paper. I'm like, yeah, she has it.
Okay,
and I take the piece of paper and I like start walking away and I go next to Karen.
Did you give him the itinerary?
Oh wait, I don't have the monocle up. No, I thought the other one had it. I point towards the third one with it. She hasn't introduced herself yet.
Well, her name, which I do remember. Yep, I have it written down here, and it's Catherine. She looks a lot like, but she looks like Kate McKinnon in Ghostbusters. And she's got a lot of goggles happening. And she's got one in front of her face always. It's got a little screen that displays her emails. So she's constantly kind of just looks like she's just standing and looking straight ahead and zoning out. But she's reading emails all the time. But she is very easily distracted. She doesn't engage with the world around her very much. And so she sees that you're wanting something from her, though. So she goes up and goes, oh, yeah, this is, you wanted Form 57A?
I think it's technically Form 54B, but I mean, you would probably know.
No. Well, you then that means you've submitted and notarized Form 57A? You've completed that step? You have to complete that step before you can get to B.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the one. That was the yellow sheet?
It was the yellow sheet, but you had to send it to the director of managing of regional directors.
What the hell? Well, I don't think I sent it to the right person then. Why is it so
We
damn
send out
complicated?
you know that we work with communications and we get these memos out to everybody constantly. You know the procedure. The
What's your character's name, Kaylee?
Catherine.
Catherine. Okay. Karen's gonna turn around and go,
Oh, Catherine, did I hear you talking about the memo again?
and I wanted to walk up to Percival again and say,
Did you see the memo? We circulate the memos
We
every week.
circulate the memos.
I mean, I've been at work all day, so if it's come in the last couple hours, I probably didn't see it because I was at work.
Listen, it's very important. You gotta be
It's important
on the.
you stay on top of
It's
the memo.
very important.
I thought that I was. I mean, okay, I guess that's my fault for not getting the memo.
I'd like to search my inventory to see if I have his itinerary.
Oh, do you have that? Are you the one who has like what I need when I need it or whatever?
No. So instead, I'm going to try something sort of similar, which is oops.
Oh, hell yes.
If you want to stumble across something important, tell a keeper you will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Okay, do you roll for it or you just fucking do it?
Interestingly, it doesn't. It says there's no role associated whatsoever.
You just fucking do it. So I think with oops, you find him standing on his own copy of the itinerary.
Okay. And so I'm the one who notices that.
Yeah, you see him standing on it.
Okay, perfect. I'll say so. Karen will see it, and then I'll have her say,
I tell you what, you said that you need the itinerary, right?
I mean, I really do need it.
And there's no way you saw the memo that got circulated, right?
I mean, probably I've been at work all day, so I probably didn't see it.
And your direct supervisor, the director of assistant managers of directing assistant managers, has a PTO today, correct?
I mean, yes, I believe. Yes, exactly. That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what. What if I can prove to you that you're wrong? Then you call the damn and tell him yourself your mistake.
I mean, well, if you can prove to me that I'm wrong, sure, I'll give him a call. I'll hand in my notice, and I'll just get fired then. But good luck.
Okay. Pinky promise?
Well, I mean, that's kind of childish. I don't think I really need to.
Oh, she holds out her hand.
I mean, do you really mean just?
She just
I
wides her
slowly
eyes
put
like,
my
what's
monocle up to my eye, like I really want to watch this pinky promise happen.
Both of you should just go ahead and sign Form 8612 for the agreement, interim agreement. Just do that, and then you're good.
She's just staring at Percival.
I mean, I guess we'll just pinky promise then. All right. And
As he reaches his hand forward, she goes,
Did you just try to touch me?
I mean, I thought you would.
Oh my god, he just tried to touch you.
Is this fraternization?
I was just
Sir,
no. I was.
command.
I
Look
was
under your right foot.
Oh, what's? Oh,
Oh,
well.
what's that?
That's
I wanna speak to your
that's a
manager.
grocery list.
I wanna
That's
speak
my
to
grocery
that,
list for
but
later.
No, turn it. Let me see it.
No, I've it's private. I'm buying a lot of condoms. I'd rather you not see which brand I buy.
Maybe you're forgetting that you're currently speaking to the director's assistant director of assistants, the assistant to the director's assistant director of assistants. And if I need to escalate this, I will. But I'm giving you a direct instruction. You're going to show me that piece of paper right now.
All right. Oh, look, it's my itinerary.
Oh, it's your itinerary.
Oh,
So you
no.
did get the memo. Did you see the memo we sent out 2 Mondays ago? The one about communication and the one about making sure that you're putting your schedule itinerary in, a visible place where it won't get lost. Did you remember that memo? We circulate
just
those memos
now.
every Monday.
Yeah, no, I just remember that now. Yes, of course, I
I
remember.
tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that
All
memo.
right. Great.
And go ahead and call the damn.
All right. Well, I'll just give him a
Let's
call.
hear it. Yep.
Well, you want to hear it?
Oh, yeah, I want it to be on speakerphone.
I don't. All right.
Here, one quick sec. Let me just submit this form to HR, and we'll get this, logged so that you are calling in your
Yeah.
boss.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we don't really need a form filled up.
Get that in your file.
I just kind of lean in, I put the monocle up, and I say, Dada is disappointed.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. So I guess you're just going to fill out the form, and I'm going to call the district of assistant managers, of directors and managers. All right, just hold on. All right. Yes. Hello, Dam.
Why does your phone only have one tone? How old is that?
It's
The newest thing.
it's
Number is
his newest
555.
model.
Yeah.
It's his phone number is just 555-555-555. Just now, please. I'm on the phone. Yes, at the Dam. Yeah, what's up? I'm well.
Incompetent.
Well, I don't know. I'm incompetent.
Yep.
Insubordinate.
Insubordinate.
And I'm insubordinate. And I think.
Oh, it's a really big truth day for you, huh? I mean, and what else?
I don't know. I'm a rather snappy dresser.
Ask the damn what he plans to do about your failures in your work performance, please, if you could do that.
Yeah.
Hello, damn, Karen here. I'm the assistant to the director's assistant director of assistants.
Absolutely, Mrs.
Yeah, hi.
Smith Tech, of course, absolutely.
It's Ms. Swift Tech, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Hi. So I was wondering what you're planning to do with Percival here.
Well, I mean, if he's agreed to being a complete waste of space, I mean, I guess we'll just kind of replace him.
You're planning on replacing him?
That would
Okay,
be great.
yeah, sure. See, you weren't going to wait for my evaluation. You were just going to go ahead and do that. Who's your manager?
I mean, I guess I'm kind of a co-manager, so my co-manager would be the assistant supervisor of supervisors.
Karen just hangs up on him.
Listen, I just feel like we should resolve this at the lowest level. Listen, do you have anything out of the usual to report from your report?
No, nothing out of you. Just basic, normal stuff. Everything's pretty much fine. No report really.
No report. Everything's normal. How are you?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's very nice.
Shut up. I'm not asking you.
Oh,
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm okay. You know, the issue that I find is I've been watching season 36 of Lost. They brought it back. I just really don't like the direction that they're taking with Willthorpe. I think it's really bringing
I hate it. They're all on the island. They're all fine. They're all on the island. Make up your mind. You know?
Where's the purple smoke? Where does that even come from, anyways?
Exactly.
I
No one
like
knows.
Willthorpe.
You like Quillthorpe.
I kind of like Willthorpe.
You know what? I'm not surprised that you like Quillthorpe.
And that makes sense.
What do you mean? He does seem like the type who like Willthorpe, doesn't he?
He does.
Okay. Well, listen, Percival, if you have nothing to report, I guess we'll just carry on with our inspections.
All right. Well,
All right.
that's great. I
Unless
guess.
there's something else.
No,
You sound
that's.
like there's something's on your mind.
Well, I
Anything
mean,
useful?
I guess I'm
Come
getting
on.
fired. Is all really? I guess it's just kind of a bummer of a day for me. I was kind of.
No, you're not going to get fired, you see, because the damn should have gone through me to validate the request to terminate an employee and didn't do that, so I'm going to be having a speaking to the damn supervisor as well.
And you
well.
are harsh, aren't you?
Someone has to do a job in here. I mean, you don't understand. Back in my day, things weren't this simple. You couldn't just show up. Back in
That's
my
great.
day,
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Miss Smith Tech. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Did you just cut her off?
No, I was just saying I'm leaving, and I didn't want. I just wanted to say thank you for doing such a great job, and I appreciate all the work that you do and that you have done. This is fantastic.
It is about time. Okay, Principal,
I
as you
think he's being
were.
a little patronizing. I feel like I put that monocle down. He's being like really patronizing. You know? I'll put it back up. Seriously though, it's very. I curl my mustache and I stop talking.
As you guys are kind of having Percival just kind of go away and he doesn't really know how to take the situation, a courier shows up, and it's just a person who runs around with letters, and he runs up to you and he hands you a paper, And then he says, the director needs to talk to you in 10 minutes. I don't know
Which
why.
director?
The director of Steam.
The director of Steam?
The director of Steam, yeah, he needs to talk to you. I don't know why I handed you the letter, because it literally just says the director needs to talk to you.
He didn't even need to use the form BQX5?
He said that this was more important than using form the BQX5 because he needs to talk to you like in 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, you know what I bet this is about? The Parsons. That family is dreaded, and their little son, oh, he is insufferable. Oh my goodness. He's nothing like my delightful little Hunter Chase.
Is that the one that's a little obsessed with you?
Hunter Chase?
Yeah.
He's not obsessed. He has separation anxiety. It's very different. You wouldn't understand.
It's very different. You wouldn't understand.
You see? You wouldn't understand.
It's separation anxiety.
It's separation anxiety.
All right?
All right. Yeah, no, I believe it.
It's a very real thing.
Hunter Chase, go home.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
Okay, sweetie. He's going places. Not college, but places.
The grocery store, hopefully.
I'm thinking, grocery store. Might be shooting a little high, buddy. I'm thinking running to the end of the driveway twice a day to get the newspaper. That's probably all he's going to do. All right, anyways. Okay, well, director of Steam, we can't keep him waiting.
All right, let's go. Miss Hall, I assume you know what that is.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. It's, we just head up through elevator 6, and then we gotta go around to the edge, and I just start walking.
All right, I guess this is where we're going then.
I will say, Catherine, you actually know there are 2 routes to get to the director's office. One, just a sec, I need to find my notes. One is to continue through subsection 24, and the other is to take the elevator that you talked about. If you continue through the subsection, you'll be able to inspect the rest of the floor and verify the report, but you will be late to meet with the director. If you take the elevator, you can be on time to meet with the director, but you will not be able to verify the accuracy of the floor report. Since you are leading the direction, which way would you like to go?
Catherine is very much gets a new instruction and drops whatever she was working on.
Yep.
Just constantly does not follow through with the original request. So she's gonna beeline to the elevator.
Okay. So it's exactly the route that you said. You go down to the elevator, you take it up to the next couple floors and around the edge, and you eventually wind up in the office of the city lead steam engineer, Stan. He's a rather plain looking man. He wears a flat cap and a pair of extensive goggles because all the gross, nasty, awful steampunk guys wear this terrible, douchey bullshit. His chin is weak and he has a very small, pointy mustache. He wears blue formal wear and a red tie with crisp white gloves. And as you enter the room, he flips off all the lenses on all his douchey goggles, and you can see his little beady eyes. The room itself is complicated. There are maps of the subsections and unintelligible series of strings leading from the different sections of the maps to others. And there are also a set of graphs on the wall with lots of areas circled with red marker. And as you enter, he says, "Greetings, council members. I'm glad you could come on such short notice. I'm sorry my message couldn't have been more clear, but I didn't want to risk panic. Thank you for coming with such haste. I appreciate you making the meeting on time. I will note that down in the logs."
Karen Smith Tech immediately goes down to one knee, eyes focused on the floor, and says,
"Greetings, dear director. The assistant to the director's assistant of director's assistants greets you warmly."
And he immediately looks to the other 2 and says, "Oh, okay. I guess only one of you decided to get down on one knee." No, that's totally great. I can see. Just fuck the rules, then, right? Maybe you're in charge now.
I'm checking something in my notepad and not even paying attention.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, just scrolling emails.
I'm reading this. Wow.
And you are in the presence of the director of Steam.
That's your director.
she bows lower.
You will get on your knees.
Does he Does he dress like an absolute idiot?
Absolutely.
Do you remember Stan the Waterman?
I'll kind of do like an almost like a semi insubordinate like curtsy, like hello sir, nice to see you. It's all right. Some of us have to do paperwork for a living. And I'm looking at like this report.
As this is going on, Karen stands up and trying to sort of catch him in this moment of shock at the disobedience of his subordinates. Karen will like take one of his hands quickly and then clasping her other hand over it say,
Dear Director, I can't impossibly imagine the stress that you go through. I just want you to know that in terms of deciding the succession to your position, I've been going over the list of criteria, and I really feel like I'm an excellent candidate. I've been in this job now for 16 years doing it professionally, and my position before that another 14 years. You see, back in my day, it wasn't that easy to just climb the ranks. You had to really get in and do your time at the bottom, and that's what I feel like I did. Sort of like my father. You see, my father was actually into catching the flying fish when we were over by Kayafal. That was the city where Zephyron was actually built. You see, my father was the sort of man who would bring his family up from the roots of nothing, and then he believed that you can only make your way in life the same way that you can only contribute to the country. You have to try something. There's all these other cities out there, and they're not being run by a bunch of bums. You can be sure about that. There's hard workers out there. There needs to be hard workers here, and I just feel like the willingness to bow down to the supreme director of STEAM really shows a certain level of contrition and adherence to the code that I think is befitting of someone who could succeed you. And I love what you've done with the office space.
She just turns around and starts looking at the office.
Catherine had bowed and got distracted while she was down there reading emails. Just permanently perpendicular.
All right. That's not my name at all. That's not my voice at all. That's the other guy. That's old Percival Whitetree, that useless sack of shit. Anyways, Karen, of course, I've gone over all the notes of who's going to be succeeding, and I've been keeping an eye on your boy Hunter Chase. What a wonderful gem he is.
Isn't he just the best? Have I shown you the recent pictures of him? He's just about to graduate through delivery school. Oh my.
She pulls out whatever the equivalent of like the phone and just starts flipping through the phone. She's only barely turning the phone towards Stan. Mostly just looking at her and stuff going,
oh, my sweet boy. Oh, he's so talented.
Yes, well, yes, of course, yep.
The longer that she looks at it, the weirder I guess she starts like,
oh, he's so strong. Oh my,
yes.
he's so strong.
Okay, now I've got some important responsibilities for you to take out. I've got some.
She's doing the thing where she's like daintily like rubbing her hand back and forth on the nape of her neck.
Oh my god!
You're so brave.
I don't know how to, my character is very clearly aroused.
Yendar, look away. Yendar, you need to look. This is not for you. This is not for you, Yendar.
I kind of like lower the monocle like ever so slightly. I'm just like, I can't help it.
Mr. Frito, I will request that you avert your gaze.
I put it back up. Yes, of course. Sorry about that, sir. Of course.
She flicks her eyes up for a second from looking at her phone to look at Yendar and then look back at Stan and says,
He's not bona fide.
Oh, all right. Now I've got now I have very important requests, and this cannot leave this room. All right.
Oh, of course, Director.
she goes back to her prostrate. She's so close now that when she kneels over again, the top of her head like bumps Stan in the quad, like really head into leg, not hard, but just like uncomfortable. So he has to take a step to move away from her.
Yeah, and definitely.
Director, please give us your instruction.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That's great. This is perfect.
My guy's lips are sweating.
Yendar, look away. Mr. Frito, I request that you avert your gaze.
I am simply trying to make sure I keep a good eye on things. That's it. Just trying to do due diligence. You know?
All right. Yes. Okay. Okay. This is really not what I was expecting.
You know the sound the sound of like when leather is pulled, that little that's the stretchy leather. You just hear that out of nowhere, but you don't know where it's from.
I think we all know where that's from.
Okay, so yeah, Karen is just like it's just prostrate and just like worshiping at the feet of Stan and waiting for what he has to say.
Okay. Well, now listen. There's been something that I don't know if you've noticed. The floor reports may have been indicating it, or honestly, the floor reporters may have missed it. But this is
right, floor reports.
Yeah, so you've been reading the floor reports, right?
Oh yeah, and doing that.
Oh, of course.
He
Okay.
has the calls, absolutely, but he has 100%. He has.
Okay, perfect. Then what you've no doubt noticed is that this city is slowly falling.
Yeah, sinking, right?
That's right. Yes.
With the report said sinking.
Yes. Well, sinking, falling. I mean, it depends on whether you
Elevating.
Dear director, I don't mean to correct you, but the state accepted terminology is sinking rather than falling.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
sinking. I believe the correct vernacular. I look at like Karen and I'm like nodding my head. Sinking with a steady rate of decay.
Sinking with a steady rate of decay rather than falling. I'd hate for you to have to get caught up with the Inquisition of using the wrong terminology, director.
Yes.
Yeah, the terminology was discussed in the last luncheon or past week.
It was discussed in that memo. Did you get a copy of that memo, director?
I invented the memo. So yes, of course I got that memo.
I'll make sure you get another copy of it.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so yes. So we've been sinking with a steady rate of decay.
We've been
That's correct.
sinking with a steady rate of decay,
Right.
and it's slow,
Yes.
but it's not good because we're supposed to be up in the air, right? You all agree. You like it up here in the air, right?
Oh,
Yes.
that's here.
Sometimes the elevation, my skin gets a little cracked and I have to moisturize.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's great up here. There's no gravity.
In general, it's okay. It's not bad.
it's probably better than the cracked, toxic, radioactive waste of the planet's surface, right?
I mean, if you put it that way.
Great, perfect. So we're all agreed. Well, you see, we need to stop sinking, and we need to start unsinking very quickly,
Right.
or else we will sink and die. So if you guys could just do, your jobs, that would be great. If maybe you could just go and do your jobs and find out why the bloody hell we're sinking. Would you please go and do your fucking jobs and find out why the city is sinking when it should be flying?
It's
Yes, director, if I may.
Of course you may, with caution.
With caution, director, dear director, overseer of our hearts and minds and lives and toils and labors, I just want to say that I'm not sure that that's sort of the responsibility befitting the director's assistant director of assistants. I feel like that's more of a director of assistant directors of director assistants, or possibly even an assistant to the manager of directors assistants and managers sort of responsibility. Just if I may put that, I don't know that really falls under the umbrella of what I'd be responsible for.
Well, you could keep the others in line. That would be great. I'd be willing to promote you to the director's director of assisting managers and directors.
The D-Dam?
I would promote you. I would promote you to the D-Dam, and I would throw the D-Dam, the current D-Dam, off the edge of the city if that's what's needed.
Thank you.
I look very upset right now. Like, what?
Thank you.
Stop crying.
I'm okay.
Stop fucking crying. Stop
In
fucking
fact-
crying.
I'll promote all of you. All three of you.
Three D-Dams.
Oh no! I mean, thank you, but I don't really want to. No,
It's
thank
done. Okay, well, I'm having some regrets now. Do you need a CPAP? Or a...
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
Okay, all right. So, sure. Now, not that I need this, but just for the sake of my colleagues here who might be sort of unclear, do you have some sort of suggestion to where we could start investigating the cause of the sinking with a slow rate of decay of our glorious Zephyron.
Yeah, could you send us the SOP and the SWP?
SOP, the SWP, and
Any
the
kind of HASP?
HTMS, if you could.
Yes, definitely the HTMS.
All right. Yes. I mean, of course, I have that all in this binder, alphabetically labeled with color tags for increasing severity and likelihood of encountering.
See, that's going to be kind of problematic. According to a memo that we circulated a couple of weeks ago, you actually can't sort the binder according to color for the sake of anybody who might be colorblind. Within upper administration, you need to be also including Braille and Roman numerals.
Okay. Well, are any of you colorblind?
No.
No.
Okay, well then maybe we overlook that one rule and we get the city flying instead of fucking sinking. Can we overlook the Braille just to make sure that we don't fall into the radioactive abyss of the planet's surface?
You see her imagine, you know, the like shocked mother pose with like the hand open on the chest and like the head tilted back. She starts to do that very slowly. And you can see her staring at Stan as she like stands up and sort of starts to like look at him as she's recoiling backwards, sort of like the DeFranco guy from the movie The Interview when he's sitting on the steps. And she goes,
Dear Director, I must be mistaken, but it almost seemed like you were trying to intimidate me. Are you intimidating your subordinate?
Absolutely not.
Is this blackmail?
This is not blackmail at all. I'm just saying that maybe you go do this or something bad happens.
Bad like what?
Like,
are you threatening my position?
Absolutely not. I'm just saying it would be a shame.
That sounds like he was.
No, I'm just saying that's
he might be threatening our position. Like,
I think that's what he's trying to say.
I'm just gonna forward you both.
I think he might be threatening it in like the elevation, physical elevation above the surface. Wait, maybe that position is being threatened vertically.
Physical. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Altitude wise.
Well, maybe you do this and you just don't find out.
She turns around mid-sentence and starts she turns around and opens up her little whatever the like steampunk iPad equivalent is and starts uploading pictures of Hunter Chase to Steamstagram.
Oh my god. Okay. That's great. This is fantastic. Maybe if you have time in between being insubordinate. Thank you. Listen, I didn't go to college to become Stanley the Steamer Man, okay? Now, listen, I need you to check the steam generator on subsection 75, okay? That one gives us a lot of trouble. Also, I think you should check on the machine shop. If the bots have been tampered with, that might explain something. Also, you should probably check the copper factory. Like, they make the pipes. If they've made shitty pipes, they could be losing steam, and then we'd be sinking with a slow rate of decay. So, I need you to check the copper factory, check the pipes. I need you to check the steam generator, and I need you to check the machine shop. Make sure those are working. Can you do that for me, for us, for you?
I'm still looking at the same piece of paper and I'm not really paying attention.
Okay, this is great.
Yes, we're gonna go to the copper shopper right now.
Okay, it's the copper factory. The copper shopper is a porn shop, and you're not gonna find anything in there.
Are you telling me to go pick up pornography for you?
If you go by there, I'm just saying if you picked some up, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
I'll get you a couple of copies. I'll bring them back myself. Of course, okay. Dear Director, should we report back to you if and when we discover the source of
yes,
our issues?
Please do. Report back to me. Don't tell anyone else. If someone else asks you what you're doing, tell them I don't know anything other than the truth. We can't tell.
Is there a reason?
So because this is a shitty ass fucking steampunk world, there's no such thing as like Twitter or anything like that. No network, no hard electricity.
Yeah, of course there is. There's steam electricity. There's steam Twitter. Twitter.
Okay, at that moment, you see me immediately delete a tweet.
Okay.
You know what? It's steampunk. Let's keep it realistic. I delete a suite.
Exactly. Perfect.
Stupid fucking universe.
Wow. Wow. Can I just say, Yendar, Mr. Yendar Merlin Frida, I don't know that I like your attitude all that much. It seems like you regret existing here.
I absolutely not. I love it here. It's wonderful. It's the best ever.
All right, well, just keep that attitude and lose the sarcasm.
I'm trying to, you know, it's almost like we have really advanced technology, but we all dress like we're idiots.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm wearing a nice blue suit. You look like a fucking douche. Why did you choose to wear that?
I have no idea.
Is that mustache even real?
Nope.
Perfect. Well, that's great. Now, don't tell anybody why you're out there doing the interviews, okay?
And of course.
Okay, perfect.
I delete another suite.
All right, I'm going to need you guys to make sure that he doesn't tweet out the exact one thing that nobody's supposed to know. Is that okay?
Yeah. What thing is that?
That don't tell anyone that the city's falling, sinking with a slow rate of decay. Okay, you got that? Can I trust you with this?
Yes, absolutely, dear director.
I wiggle my hand.
Oh, all right. I don't know what the hand wiggling is all about, but I'm gonna assume that
it's a cramp.
Oh, well, you keep it to yourself.
Oh, all right.
It's very rude.
I'm sorry, my hand cramp is offending you.
It is very offending me. Put it in a pocket or something. That's disgusting.
Some of us work with our hands. I didn't know what to tell you.
Oh, I see. This is about being the ADD-LM for like 20 years, huh?
I'm not jealous at all. Whatever it is, what it is.
You know what it is, and you know, if you're not careful, I'll put you right down to the LLDLLLDL all over again.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do you really want to go back to being the little?
All right. I concede, sir.
Right. Perfect. Excellent. Go stop the city from falling. Sinking with a slow rate of decay. Perfect. Yes. Okay. Now get out of my office.
All right.
Catherine just stares straight ahead.
Catherine, and kind of like waves his hand in front of your face. Catherine. Okay. You need to leave now.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Great. Yes. Perfect. We're going to fall out of the sky. We're going to sink out of the sky.
Yeah, but did you send us that SOP though? Like, we need the SOP before we can start.
It's in the binder, of course. Just here. It's in the binder.
Oh, great.
And
this isn't even in the current corporate font.
This I can't.
Is this SOP?
He sent it in a non-papyrus font.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly prior to update 67596.
Why do I live on this city? All right, perfect, great. I guess I'll just fix that later and send a new version. But that's it. I don't know what to do about this.
Just send it to Pierre. He does all of our document production out in the manager of directors, assistants, and managers department.
Yes, of course. Yes, that's right.
Send it to Pierre.
I'll send that to Pierre. Yes, okay, perfect.
But make sure you got to fill out the request form first. You can't just like do a thing.
Yeah, of course.
So make sure you fill out the form, and then attach it as an attachment.
Yeah, that would be far too easy, of course. Yes, I'll send it. Has the whatever, and okay, great, got it. Perfect. Can you guys go maybe stop the city from falling out of the sky?
We'll work on it.
Okay, great. That would be just fantastic. If anyone would do anything in this bloody city.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Dear director, off to the copper shopper we go.
Okay. Okay, you guys have 3 places you are more than welcome to go to. Which one would you like to go to first?
I want to walk outside and I was like, why would the cobbler have anything to do with this?
The cobbler?
I don't see how shoes could be related to
how the fuck are
copper
shoes?
shopper where the copper is formed. Hello, if you had read the memo that was passed around
Okay,
last
all
December,
right.
you would understand
Okay.
that 70% of
Okay.
corporate level
All right.
issues in
All
terms
right.
of overall steam production
Yes.
generally
All
come
right.
from
I understand.
manufacturing of copper pipes.
Karen,
So I'm
I
recommending
get
that
it.
you start
Karen.
with some, and that's where I
Karen.
start.
Karen!
Yes.
I get it. All right. So what do the police have to do with this?
Police, where are they?
You guys can't see the look I have on my face, but I just have the most, what the fuck? I said we have to go to where the coppers are.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I
So
asked,
Elizabeth?
what do the police have to do with this?
Police?
Oh my god.
Who's on first?
Okay, off to the copper store.
Let's go to the copper store.
Okay, you guys are going to the copper factory?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Can we get you know what? It's I just got a notification on my hack jack that it's double points at the coffee shop right now. Can we get a coffee on the way there?
Sure, why not?
Oh, thank God.
And look at your hack jack, even has little stupid gears all over it for absolutely no fucking reason whatsoever. God, I hate this place.
You know, my favorite part about you, Yendar, is that you just make my whole universe so much more fun.
Thank you. I tried.
You really had my experience with your complete and abject desire for death. Really
Thank you.
makes me feel happier about my own life.
I really like you too.
Anytime I think I'm having a really good day, all I need to do is talk to you for 5 minutes and suddenly everything's normal again.
That's good. That's good. You know, I tried to make sure there's a good sense of realism here, and I put the thing down. I mean, you know, it's just kind of, it's just, you know, I just feel like, with how advanced we are, everyone could try to be maybe as fashionable as you.
I'm gonna go ahead and note that down here in your performance review, considering we were all promoted, but I was promoted about 30 seconds beforehand, which makes me technically the Senior Director of Assistance Team Management Manager. So I'm just gonna go ahead and note that down here. Okay, perfect.
What are you writing, though?
Nothing you need to concern yourself. This is upper management things.
I want to look for a place to stop by to get I'm looking for like the steampunk equivalent of 5 Hour Energy, but I imagine that Karen would only get it at like the most upper class, fancy Gucci hoity-toity, like the diamond vitamin water, the shit that's like $80 a bottle and is designed to be sold to celebrities for no reason. That kind of shit, like the most expensive upper class corner store available.
Yep, absolutely. So the copper factory is up on the city level. You guys have been digging around in the tunnels and byways of the city, but the copper factory is up on the main. You've been in the heart of the flying city, but the copper factory is up on the surface level. So you take an elevator all the way up to the surface of Zephyron, and here it's much quieter. You can feel the breeze of the air, cool and crisp. You hear the gentle creaking of the oars pushing wafts of air off to the side of the city, and the monstrous 20-story sails capturing virtual lakes of air. There's also the soft patter of feet as people move about the city, and the occasional clank of a interesting bike clanking through the streets. There are a number of shops and stores that sell all manner of goods, but the copper factory resides closer to the back of the city. And there were 3 locations that I had listed here. I'll paste them in chat so you guys can see them. One is Rideau's high fashion clothing shop. One is Long Jane's self-defense, which sells guns. And there's Finley's Fine Foods, which is a pub. You also know for the elite that Rideau's high fashion doubles as a clothing and high fashion coffee shop.
Oh, like a studio level bistro or something.
Yeah, it's legitimately just a clothing store, but like
while you're shopping, they bring you stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, while you're shopping for high fashion clothes, they'll bring you a little espresso or something like that. If you look like you've got the money to buy what they're selling.
Yep. That's where Karen is going to try to lead the party.
All right. To Rideau's high fashion clothing shop.
Yep.
When you guys get inside, You see Rideau there. He is a fancy Frenchman who has a fancy curly mustache and a long pointy beard. He's got interesting goggles and interesting amulets and watches, and that's all clockwork. It's just everything is fucking clockwork on him.
Okay.
He's quite a thin man with a long beaked nose, and most of the clothing in here is very bright colors, and like there's never the same clothing in here from week to week. It always is like rotating. And there's a giant clockwork bot that is dressed like a fine tailor, kind of in the back corner of the shop, with measuring tapes and mirrors and brushes to help people as they try stuff on. And there is also like a little rolling barista bot that kind of navigates around the people who look like they might not be shopping for real, and kind of homes in on the people with the money to buy something, offering them fine fancy coffee drinks.
Okay. I want to approach the bot and have Karen say,
triple almond vanilla macchiato, served hot, steam triple foamed. And I want a small and an extra small cup.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, I'll wait here for it.
Would you like that now?
Did I ask for it later?
No.
Karen like snaps her fingers a couple of times and like holds her hands up like,
Hello.
And the bot like pops out an arm and it's a little cup, and then more arms start popping out and they start pouring in liquids into there, and sure enough, it just fucking pours the drink you were asking for.
She like holds the cup to her lips, and as soon as you can tell that the liquid has made physical contact with her lips, she goes,
What is this room temperature? If you focused more on doing your job better, then you'd actually get your drinks to your customers at the desired temperature. I'd like to speak to Mr. Rideau. What's your operating number?
I am operator 39463B21293.
I sit down at the closest table and I was like, this is going to fucking be a minute.
Go ahead and fetch me Mr. Rideau. Operating 3 days.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll go get Mr. Rideau.
And it kind of wheels over like 10 feet away to Mr. Rideau standing at the...
Mr. Rideau, there is a customer here to talk to you.
And Mr. Rideau, like, his eyes are like 80% closed with just a little bit of his kind of pupil hanging out the bottom, and he's just looking down at his hands, on his perfect fucking manicured hands, and then the eyes kind of slowly drift over to the side of his face, and he kind of like looks over to where you are, and then he closes his eyes completely, kind of inhales, turns his body, and slowly starts walking towards you. Bonjour, Miss Tech.
Mr. Rideau.
Yes.
A very happy Steamster Day to you.
A very happy Steamster Day to you as well. Is there something I can help you with?
I hear that your daughter just passed her first pilot's exam.
Yes, but she took a little bit longer than the top 1%, so I consider it an abject failure.
I can only imagine that must have set you back quite a pretty penny. You must be, incurring quite the student loan with a school as prestigious as she went to.
Yes,
She went to Mr. McGaffey's pilot school, correct? Mr. McGaffey does not run a cheap school.
No, Mr. McGaffey is quite expensive, but not nearly as expensive as the punishment I have ordered for her complete and utter failure to place within the top 1%.
Well,
The punishment was twice as expensive.
How Hallelujah. Finally, some parents willing to put some rules in front of their kids.
Exactly.
Am I right? Well, I'd hate to have to drive you to bankruptcy, but your customer service from the operating boss totally unacceptable. And unless you do something to make up for this abysmal customer service, I might have to report you to the Better Business Bureau.
Of course. I'm so sorry, Miss Smith Tech. Is there something I can do for you to help make up for this inconvenience that my bot has supposedly performed for you?
Our city is falling out of the sky.
Oh, excuse
Everybody
me.
in this entire upside down cone is going to be smashed into a paste.
When she says it, I like do a spit take of whatever beverage I was served. Just like
we are literally dead. We're gonna die. People understand. Yes.
I put my monocle on.
Yes. I'm having a conversation.
I kind of want to like have like one hand, like one open palm hand gesture to the rest of the restaurant or the rest of the coffee house that is clearly listening. I would assume the moment she says that.
Absolutely.
As they're all sitting there looking at me wide-eyed, Karen looks around and her eyes go wide, and then she says,
And that is the opening dialogue to my son Hunter Chase's play in the upcoming Blanford Recreation Center production. It's a monologue. It's very dramatic.
So we're not falling out of the sky?
No, of course not. I just need to know if you would know of any reason why a sky city might be falling out of the sky. Slowly sinking with a slow rate of decay.
I would assume because we don't have the steam for it, maybe? Is it steam related? Is that the answer?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Have you been such a useless tit your entire life?
How dare you, Miss Smith Tech? That is a shade too far.
How dare you?
How dare you?
No, how dare you?
No, how dare you? No, how dare you? Twice as much.
You will, no, unless you want this report going to the Better Business Bureau, the Better Steam Business Bureau. I will have a custom-fitted red velvet suit made with gold trim, and I'll have it before I leave the store.
That would be impossible. How could I possibly make a garment that fast?
You have some robots that are apparently not very adept at making drinks. Do you have any that are perhaps more adept at knitting, sewing? You don't have any robots that do that?
Butlerbot, please, make whatever Miss Smith Tech is. Wait. Why am I? What are you? Oh yes, the better. Yes. All right, fine. Make the red velvet thing with the gold thing, like she said. Take all her measurements and do the thing to make the dress. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you, Miss.
And after that, I think we better stop fucking around and get to the copper factory.
I just kind of have just I bury my. I assume I have a newspaper because for some reason we're really advanced, but there's still fucking newspapers. I take the newspaper and I just kind of like bury my face in it, you know, just like grab my face, but in between my hands and my face is the newspaper, and I'm just like.
And you bump a couple of your face face pieces on like the cogs and wheels. Like it's got like a kind of like a cog wheel steam pipe spine on every single newspaper.
I hate you so much.
So
I have a very like handlebar mustache, the curly Q mustache. I don't fiddle with my mustache. I just stroke the Ruby Rod haircut. Like I'm a unicorn polishing my own horn, and I'm just like, so what exactly the copper place you say?
Yes, the copper place. Once I get my suit, that is. I thought perhaps Mr. Rideau here would have some information on what might be happening in the city, but clearly he doesn't know a fucking thing. That was a really stupid idea on my part.
Yeah, to ask the barista about essentially steam physics. Yes. It's pretty dumb.
Barista, he's a tailor.
I thought we were in a coffee shop.
Mr. Rideau's High Fashion. He didn't name it High Fashion after opening a coffee shop.
Oh, I thought we were in a fucking coffee shop this whole time.
Well, we're not. It's a clothing store, and they come and bring the drinks to you. It's like that old Las Vegas themed place where if you're in the casino, they come and bring you drinks. It's the same here, but it's only if they know that you are someone with exquisite taste in fashion, which I am. Of course.
Yes, you have a very, very, very exquisite, very exquisite taste. Yes.
Are you being facetious?
Did you tell the entire store that the fucking city is sinking?
I did not. I told them the very.
I get out my pen, I get out my piece of paper, and I get out my pen, and I start jotting down, just like.
What are you writing down?
Nothing.
What are you writing?
Nothing.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I was asked to keep
That's
notes.
actually a good point, thing. I'll write down a couple of notes here.
I start writing faster. Done. I finished it fast. Done.
Oh, so you have a tendency to rush through your work. Okay.
All right. Well.
Write this down here. Subordinate to the senior director.
Acting above a station before receiving said promotion.
Was very insubordinate to the director.
All right. Asking for kickbacks and bribes, thus proving possibly corrupt.
She like pushes past him to go to the door. She doesn't even wait for her custom suit. She's not like just power walking out the door.
Catherine had been just following the robot around trying to get a drink, but the robot was refusing, I think. But she does notice that these guys leave, so she will follow.
Anybody need a drink? Anybody need a drink?
Oh, I wanted one.
Anybody need a drink? Anybody else? Anybody else need a drink?
Okay, so you guys are back out in the streets. Would you like to go to Long Jane's Self-Defense or Finley's Fine Foods, or would you like to proceed to the copper factory?
Well, I say we will do what I perceive to be mission alternate. So we tried an alternate, the clothing store, and learned nothing. So maybe now we can try the copper factory and see if the problem is coming from there. And then if it's not, then we can try the food store.
This is a great idea.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna grab a quick beverage. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Okay. So then, as you guys are leaving, Rideau says, Mr. Yendar, Merlin Frito, could you please, I've just got this thing I would like to tell you. I've just got this very important piece of information. It's just, if I've got this thing I would like to give to you for free. If you would just, oh, no, nothing. You don't want it? It's very powerful. It could help you do anything. Look, Mr. Yendar, I've got a portal out of this universe. We could do this whole thing somewhere else. No? Okay, goodbye.
It's gonna be so mad he missed that.
Okay. So you guys start making your way to the copper factory. And as you guys are making your way through the city, you hear the city sirens start going.
Uh-oh.
Long, loud sirens that warn of an approaching city. And then the loudspeakers all fire up around the city.
Attention, people of Zephyron. A mountain has been spotted. It is occupied. Battle is imminent. I repeat, people of Zephyron. A mountain has been spotted. It is occupied. Battle is imminent.
Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck did I just come back to? What happened?
It's a drill.
I was taking a piss in the alleyway. What happened?
It's a drill. It's nothing to worry about, really.
What's the drill?
Attention, people of Zephyron. A mountain has been spotted. It is occupied. Battle is imminent.
It's a drill. We're just drilling.
I don't think it is a drill. They didn't send around a memo stating that it's a drill in case of emergency.
No, we would know if it's a fucking drill, Karen.
We would know. They would send out a memo.
Karen, we would fucking know if it was a drill.
We're in charge of sending out the memo.
Oh my God!
Never let anything bad happen to us.
I hate battle. I just want to get back to my family. I missed my death.
And sure
You
enough.
know that? I just heard the Mortal Kombat gong.
And sure enough, the alarm repeats over and over, and people start leaving the streets. They start flooding out of the buildings into the streets, and then out of the streets down into the city below. And some people start coming back up, and they are equipped for battle. Would you guys like to do anything to respond to the alarm?
I mean, we're not warriors. We're fucking assistant directors.
I would like to roll preparedness.
Hell yes. Okay. Roll for preparedness and tell me what you're trying to be prepared for, or what that ability does.
I'm trying. You have it right here, right now. It will take some time to get. On a miss, you know where it is, but it takes some time. I would like to get my very stupid clockwork, lots of gears, all sorts of shenanigans, anti-air gun.
Okay, perfect. That's a huge fucking gun. Let's see if you have that on somewhere in your
Of course
in the
I do.
pocket.
It's made out of tiny gears that expands into bigger gears because steampunk is fucking stupid.
Hell yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry, did you just call it stupid because you get an anti-aircraft gun out of your pocket?
yeah, it's as big as a Swiss Army knife. I just hit one button and it just keeps unfolding.
Yeah, that's perfect. How is that not cool?
All right,
It's fucking cool.
All right, it's kind of cool. All right, it's kind of cool. What am I rolling?
Roll. I think you have to roll sharp.
I have to roll sharp.
Yeah.
Do I roll 20s or 6s?
For this one, why don't you roll 6s? Because I know how to do that math quicker for this one.
Okay.
We'll do 20s for combat because that makes more sense.
Shit balls.
Hey, that's still a mixed success.
On a 7 to 9, you have it, but it will take. Oh, you have it, but not here. It will take some time to get it.
Okay. So
damn it! I left my air gun back in town. Son of a bitch! I left it in my other stupid pair of pants.
Yes, Miss Catherine.
Oh, well, can I want to be looking around at the people coming up, and the kind of layout of the streets, and see if this is a kind of winnable situation, or if I got to bolt. I'd like to read a bad situation if I.
Ooh, hell yeah. Okay, so for this one, roll the standard 2d6s because I know how to do that math easiest.
Okay. I got tactical genius, which is plus cool instead of sharp. We'll see if that's. Oh.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of give you the bad situation. Is there one question that you would like to ask?
I forgot there were questions.
Yeah.
I would like to know. What's the. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes. Because, well, okay. At your current position, you can't really see what's happening. Yeah. So I'm just going to start describing what you can see from your current position in the city. It's largely flat, and you can see off into the distance a little ways, but there's some things blocking your line of sight. And you see the spire in the center of your city light up. The whole spire, top to bottom, lights up, and the globe at the top goes almost completely translucent. And then you see the city in the distance, and it's tiny compared to yours. Like you know that Zephyron is one of the biggest cities, if not the biggest city. You guys don't lose fights. You guys basically show up, everybody else fucks off, and that's basically how that goes. So this little city, you see they're already at the mountain. They're probably gathering some resources, but you know that you're just gonna move in and take over. And the bad things that you didn't notice are, as you've approached, the scavengers and the like hand-to-hand combat has started. So people are launching cranes and gliders and hook shots and firing pods over into your city, and they are landing in the streets. But the other thing that's interesting that you see is from that other city, just like I gotta get this right. Across the sky from the other city, you see a streak of molten flame as it explodes on an invisible barrier around your city. Plasma-like curls of sun-hot flame curl against an invisible shield and then burn out, just as a barrage of fireballs starts slamming into the barrier on the exterior of your city. As the barrage ends, you see your own orb at the top of the city begin to glow brightly, and then a beam of pure light comes out of it straight towards the other city, and it explodes on a barrier around the other city, creating a fireworks-like show of scattering light. As the light dissipates, you see air culminating in massive bolts, concentrated, localized air storms so dense they take physical shape, and then these bolts are hurled at the opposing city and crash against the barrier on the far side. And as the two cities continue to get closer and closer, more and more of those scavengers start launching from your city to the other city, and from that one over to yours. And I read some of this already. Then you see bots start landing. Complex wheel and treadmill like tank-like bots with flamethrowers and hook shots and swords and complicated clockwork rifles, because fuck you, Yendar. Venalis.
Oh, wow. Okay, that felt really directed.
And then
I was actually gonna say I'm getting a very like Mortal Engines sort of feel from this.
That's kind of the direction that this goes when the cities meet. It is very, very Mortal Engine.
I was gonna say, so we're essentially London, is what you're saying.
Basically, yes, exactly. And
that's a really good movie. I like that. I like the theme.
Right? Isn't that fucking cool? So yeah, basically Mortal Engines of the sky. And then a pod lands right in front of you two, and two people step out of it. One of them is wielding a massive Swiss Army-like knife with blades that rotate to different pieces, and the other is wielding a set of clockwork hand cannons. And they see you, and you see them, and let's roll some initiative. Everybody roll.
So before that, I wanted to roll preparedness as well.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, sure.
So what is that plus?
I think it's just plus cool or something. I think it's just plus.
Plus cool or plus sharp or plus what?
I don't fucking know.
Well, okay, I'll roll that. Why? I guess we'll.
Wait, what? Preparedness? Preparedness is sharp.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So what I want Karen to do is, it's not very complicated, but basically I want her to, I imagine she carries a purse with her everywhere. And I see that one of the items that I have with me is a sledgehammer.
Okay, yeah.
So I imagine this not as like a full-sized sledgehammer, but rather, if you think of like a metalworking shop, those like mallets.
Yep.
And I imagine her having like a, polished wooden handle into a solid, like, space meteorite era fucking alloy.
Yeah.
That's like heavy and super, super strong, like won't break or become brittle or anything.
Yeah.
And I want it to be the perfect size to fit in her purse.
Yeah.
Because that's what she carries around for self-defense.
Perfect.
And so her rolling preparedness is just her turning her purse to her side like she's getting ready to pull a gun out of its holster, but instead she just puts her hand on the handle of her fucking sledgehammer.
Perfect. And just to hit the tone really, really right, the handle has got like complex, ornate bronze work, and the head of the hammer is kind of like a little steam piston that the whole thing kind of clicks and rotates, and there's cog wheels on the side.
Yes.
You're welcome, Venalis.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Okay. And now, unless there's anything else, Catherine, were you going to do something? Or
no, that's great. I just kind of wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then everyone roll a d20 plus cool for initiative.
Oh, sorry, I did 1. 8 for me.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so we
Actually,
have
2. My bad.
we have first in line is, well, it's them.
Oh boy.
Then next is Miss Catherine. Then is Karen. Then is Yendar. Perfect. So because they get to go first. Get out! I need to read my notes. Get out of here, notepad. So they're basically, there is one of them holding the weird Swiss Army knife and one of them holding the gun, and the knife person kind of runs away from you guys, runs like maybe 10 feet away, flips their knife to like a giant corkscrew, and then starts pulling levers, and steam starts pushing out of it. The corkscrew starts turning all by itself, and they start kind of unscrewing the city itself.
Oh no.
The gun person shoots you.
Oh.
They shoot. Damn it. They shoot Karen.
Oh God. Okay.
And they miss.
When my guy.
Oh wait, shit, just a sec. I forgot. I made a rule for how guns work in this universe. You're gonna love this. So before you shoot, you have to roll a d6 for your guns. With a 1, the gun jams and can be unjammed. With a 2, the gun explodes and it's gone. 3, it fires normally. 4, it fires, but then it breaks in a fixable way. 5, it fires all the bullets and then breaks fixably. 6, it superheats, fires all the rounds, then melts into an unfixable melted lop of shit.
Oh my God.
So,
basically, our guns are a one-hit wonder. Probably.
basically, yeah. So, with one,
I fucking hate this universe.
all right. So, gun person rolls a 2. They pull their trigger, and the gun explodes in their hand and blows off their hand.
Oh my fucking God.
Blood just starts pouring out of their wrist. Then
I'm holding up the monocle and I'm like, I drop the monocle.
And Catherine, it is your turn.
Oh. Well, I see that, but I am not phased, and I would like to try and use my shotgun
Okay.
against this corkscrew guy.
Okay, the corkscrew guy. Just like I gotta update the
Actually,
hell.
wait, that's far away now, right?
It's still considered close. It's still considered close for shotgun.
Well, I'm wondering if I want to back up and do a far away thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can do either.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna back up a little bit, and I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay.
take up my grenade launcher.
Okay.
And
Oh God.
and shoot a grenade at the little guy.
All right.
Stupid guy.
Roll a d6 to see if your gun works.
Well, is a grenade launcher a gun?
Oh yeah, no, it's super clockwork. It's got like these big round fucking clock faces that feed grenades in, and it's got like these steam pistons that kind of lock it into place. And then it's got these set of like 46 different cog wheels that all spin each other up before it launches the grenade out.
Oh no, here I was thinking I was playing it safe. Okay. I forget what 4 is.
A 4, it fires but then breaks in a fixable way.
Oh, ideal.
So, sure enough, the fucking well, I guess actually now you got to roll a d20 to see if you can. I don't think I had you guys. I don't think I had you guys rolling to hit, did I? I don't think that's a thing. Fuck it. You just hit. So the way how much damage does the fucking grenade launcher do?
It does 4.
Okay. So this person's got like their fucking Swiss Army drill, steampunk Swiss Army drill, just fucking unscrewing the city. And they do not see this grenade coming, and your grenade launcher kind of spins up, launches a grenade, and then it kind of heats up and the gears kind of jam a bit, and it's all kind of locked up, and you're gonna need to do a little bit of work to fix it. But you can do that like in a round if you want to use it again, no problem.
Cool.
And the grenade goes off right next to them. It kind of blows them away from their Swiss Army knife thing, and they take the fucking 4 damage, and it hurts them very badly.
Awesome.
Karen, it is your turn.
Okay. So I want to look at the how close am I to the gunner who just blew off his hand?
You're like maybe 10 feet away at most.
Okay, perfect. I want to slowly like start walking towards him, not in a way that he feels like I'm threatening necessarily, because I'm just sort of sitting there looking scared with my hand in my purse.
Yeah.
And I want her to look at this guy and say,
I will have you know that my father, I am Karen Smith Tech, and my father, Techsmith Smith Tech, gave me this hammer.
and she's gonna just sort of like pull it up so that he can see the handle.
And which he used when he was on the team, completing the final works to bring Zephyron into operating condition. And I should have you know that it comes with an anti-theft device. Do you want to know what it is?
My hand's kind of bleeding.
Do you want to know what the anti-theft device is?
Kind of.
I wanted to throw it at the center of his face as hard as she can.
Oh my god. Well, there's no roll to attack and it's not a gun, so it's not gonna blow up. So it just deals a lot of fucking damage. 3 harm?
Yep.
My fucking goodness. Okay. So the hammer just fucking clocks this person in the middle of their fucking face, and like as it hits them, the fucking front like steam pressure fucking hammer head kind of like extends a little bit more and just fucking crushes them in the center of the fucking head. Oh my god. And they fall down, and I'm gonna consider them prone, so they're on the fucking ground, hand blood gushing out of their hand, face all smashed up from the hammer.
Okay.
And Yendar, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Okay. I got it. Okay. God, call me. God. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. So, hand bleedy guy. Is hand bleedy guy dead?
Not dead, but really not looking very good right now.
Okay. Perfect. And Karen is the one that just finished using the self-helm device on him, right?
Yeah.
The anti-theft device. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is he still standing, or is he on the ground
prone,
hurtling in pain?
Yeah, on the ground, fucking just.
Okay, perfect. I want to run up and I want to get out my shotgun.
Yep.
Okay, and I want to get my shotgun. I want to run up like really close. Okay, and I'm gonna point it right like there's no missing, just right smack dab on his nipples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull the trigger. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to kill him, and then I want to take credit for it. And if I do successfully kill him, I want to get on my notepad and jot down that I successfully defended the city.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm essentially trying to kill still from Karen.
All right, roll a d6. Let's see how the gun works.
Oh god, please don't fucking explode my goddamn hand.
Oh
wait.
My god. Okay.
Wait, doesn't this one? Okay, so this one explode. Wait, what does this do? Does it melt on him?
Oh my god! It superheats, it unloads every single round, and then melts into a lump of shit.
It unloads every single round, and then it melts. So you.
Jesus Christ! You know the scene at the beginning of Django when Christoph Waltz frees all. Really? Oh my god. Okay, well for everyone else who's first of all, watch that this weekend. Yes. Seriously, it's legitimately tied for my favorite movie of all time.
So fucking good.
I'll say that, you and a lot of the viewers will know this, when that guy near the beginning of the movie grabs the shotgun and shoots the dude who's pinned under the horse.
Yeah.
And this is just, that looks like someone's dropping a gigantic water balloon filled with red paint off of a roof. That's what I imagine when Yendar shoots this dude from point fucking blank.
Point blank, and it's like blam 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 blam. It's like a fucking like 10 clip magazine, and just fucking just every single bit of him explodes in a bloody fucking explosion.
Oh my god.
I don't even want it to be on purpose.
Oh
I just
my
think that
God.
I don't realize that for some reason this is an automatic shotgun, and I don't realize that I'm holding down the trigger. I like to think that's how this plays out.
Yeah.
What is it? Don't make this like this.
And then after it's finished shooting, it's still clicking like it's trying to fire, and it keeps on going faster and faster and faster until the whole gun starts to melt in your hands.
I immediately let go, and I just let the molten whatever fall on top of Mr. Deadman.
Okay, yep, and the fucking melting gun just melts its way through the whatever gore is left from gun dude.
Can I immediately get out a pen and paper and say, I successfully defended the city, and I look like Radical, and I successfully defended the city. Yes, indeed. All right, I'm going to go down. All right, that's just one badge. I want to like reach onto the dead body and like find some sort of badge or like collar or ID or anything, and just be like, successfully killed Lastiel. Stupid dumbass.
Imagine like every single round that went off from the superheated thing, Karen's head was like tilting further and further backwards, like away from the explosion. Like,
Yep.
eyes are blinking really hard, and then as soon as it's done and her ears are ringing and shit, immediately.
Okay, was dead before he hit the ground. Smart. You know, with my hammer. So that the steam
Just furiously trying to record it.
Okay. Well, we're back at the top of the round, and gun dude doesn't exist anymore. So it's fucking sword dude, who after being blown away from their fucking Swiss Army drill, runs back to their drill, starts pulling it out of the ground, flips it over to a blade, and runs up to Karen.
Oh, okay.
Boy, it's really bad day for Karen, man.
Jeez.
And takes a swipe with this as they, or wait, no, they got to switch the blade first. And their fucking knife explodes in their hands. And it fucking blows off both of their hands.
Okay.
And they start bleeding profusely, and they take 4 fucking damage from that.
Perfect. Okay.
Wait, no, 4 damage. And they start screaming bloody murder as their whole body has now been blown up by a grenade launcher and then blown up by their stupid fucking knife that just blew up in their hands.
Okay.
And that's their turn. Catherine, it's your turn.
So gross. So they took the corkscrew out of the ship. That's the gun that, or the knife that blew up.
That's the knife
right?
that blew up, right? It was the corkscrew knife.
Okay. Can I just inspect what that was or do I know what that was doing? The unscrewing?
Yeah, you've
motion?
seen this whenever some people have made it over to your city. They were basically just trying to pry up as many plates and resources as they possibly could.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
even just one metal plate from the ground is worth like how much metal ore from a mountain. So
Yeah.
it's just a cheap, effective way of getting resources back to their city.
I getcha. Okay. I'm gonna try and finish off this terrible, like just out of mercy now, try and finish off this person. And I think it's all.
Your gun could be fixed in the same round.
Well, it was my grenade launcher.
Yep.
I'm gonna switch over to, because now this guy is near all my coworkers,
Yep.
so I don't want to blow them up. So I'm gonna try and do just my shotgun. That's what I'll do.
Okay, perfect. Roll d6.
Oh,
This is a shotgun
yep.
in the exact same manner that we just saw Yendar fucking unload all of his bullets into the person on the ground screaming with blown up hands.
Oh God.
We now see a person screaming on the ground with blown up hands, praying for the sweet release of death, when everyone hears blam 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 blam, and you see fucking Catherine's shotgun just unload all 10 fucking rounds, just pasting this guy on the fucking ground. And then you hear it click 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 click, and it starts to melt.
Oh, why do we keep buying these?
Would you like to hold on to it?
No, I'll drop it.
Okay. And you drop it on the ground, and your fucking shotgun just melts into a pile of molten metal on the ground. And you've killed those guys mostly because their own fucking guns did almost half their health worth of damage. So, as those two are dead, a bot comes up from behind you through a city street. And it's got those freaky dog bot legs, like, you know, those military dog bots? Yeah, where you kick them and they kind of right themselves kind of thing.
Ew, from Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, so it's kind of doing that as it's kind of hopping towards you. And on top of it is 6 arms with various tools like screwdrivers and a fist and a wrench. And it's coming for you. And I will roll. It'll just take the same initiative order. Dogbot. So next is Karen. Dogbot is running up the street, kind of trotting up towards you with 6 arms of death ready to punch you and pull you apart.
Okay, I'd like to hit panic button.
Oh shit!
Yep.
What the fuck does panic button do?
When you need to escape, name the route you'll try and roll plus sharp. On a 10+, you're out of danger, no problem. On a 7 to 9, you can go or stay, but if you go, it's going to cost you. You leave something behind or something comes with you. On a miss, you're caught halfway out.
Oh shit! All right, roll preparedness. Or panic button.
Oh boy.
Oh no, that's not good.
So I'll say she like looks around for like an escape and sees an awning for a shop and tries to like jump and grab onto it like she's gonna get away, but has absolutely no upper body strength whatsoever. So I'll say like she grabs it and her legs start to swing, which causes her to immediately lose her grip and just fall backwards on her head.
It's fucking Rideau's high fashion awning and just fucking.
In the same exact fashion, I'm laughing with the monocle, and then the monocle falls out. I just made mid laugh.
Okay, well, fuck. Karen spent her turn not using the panic button. Yendar, it's your turn. Dogbot's coming up on you pretty quick here.
Okay, let's see if I have anything neat to do because I've got guns. I have lots of fucking guns.
Perfect.
But I want to see if I have anything. No, my God, my character fucking sucks.
What the fuck? I made that character for you.
It's really well made. I'm gonna use it's a pure robot, right? Just pure robotic, pure robots.
All robots, all clockwork gear and steam all the way through.
Your arch nemesis.
Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna get out my Magnum. I've got a Magnum.
It looks you right in the eyes and it says click click click.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The dog or my Magnum?
Both. They both look at you and say that.
What? But why does my Magnum do that?
Because it's clockwork.
Oh my God. I aim it true at wherever I assume my character would know where like its computing system would be.
Roll a d20 plus sharp. Let's see if you know.
Oh my fucking God. I hate everything right now. I'm sorry. This is the greatest ever. Okay. I'm sorry.
You're having fun, damn it.
I am having fun. Okay. I aim for the paw.
Yep. Sounds about right.
I aim for the fucking paw.
All right, roll a d6, see what the gun does.
What is this? Kick some ass?
Right. Sorry. How good does the gun go?
Okay, fuck me.
A 5.
That's 5.
Okay, 5 is not bad. It fires all the rounds, then it breaks in a fixable fashion.
Okay. So I'll aim for like its legs and its paw area. Yeah, that's where I think the circuits are.
You think for sure. You're like, classic dog bot where its brain is in its paw. And you unload all fucking rounds from this Magnum. Like you only pull the trigger once, but it just spins the barrel and the fucking hammer on a cog gets stuck on and it just fans the fucking hammer and you unload all 6 rounds at the fucking dog bot. How much damage does it do?
3 harm.
Okay, and so that's 6
so I assume
shots.
it's 6, so that's 18.
That's 18 harm. Okay, great. Great. Wow. Well, so much for the boss. It's not dead, but you blast off its entire leg, and then after you're finished blasting off the leg, you start blasting into the shoulder, and the whole thing just kind of falls over sideways. Like it's got one corner on the ground, and the other legs all start kicking violently as it starts kind of flopping around on the ground with 3 legs, and the arms all start punching out towards you. But it is super fucked up.
I would also possibly, if you would allow me, I would like to get up my documents and note that down, that I have defeated a very powerful boss and no one else has. I actually want to note down that I defeated the boss that Karen ran from.
And okay, it is this fucking dog bot is looking in a real bad way, and it's its turn, and it goes for Catherine. But it's super fucked up and can't move all that well, so it just kind of flops over in your direction.
It's fucking Magikarping it right now. Are you kidding me?
It is Magikarping over towards you, and it rolls a 3 to hit, which misses horribly. So it just starts punching the ground with all 6 arms and kind of flops itself over the other way and starts flopping backwards accidentally.
Catherine
it does absolutely nothing.
And jumps backward.
And Catherine, it is your turn now.
So I'm gonna back up and try. Well, can I fix my grenade?
Yeah, roll a d20.
Oh. Ooh, that's not good.
It's not fixed. It is super duper not fixed at all.
Does that use my like action?
No, that's like kind of a free action to see if you can fix it and use it again.
Okay, well then instead I'll go for the. Oh no, the shotgun is kaput. I will try my last gun, which is a revolver.
Perfect. Roll a d6.
A d6. I don't remember.
A 2?
I don't like your face. It's probably not good.
The gun explodes in your hand and blows your hand off.
Oh, that was my favorite hand too.
And you take 4 harm.
Ooh, how much harm do I have?
You have 15. You guys have the 15 health.
Oh, okay.
And the only harm dealt in this entire fucking combat to you guys is your own damn gun exploding and dealing 4 harm to you.
That doesn't sound like us at all.
It does not do anything to Dogbot. And Karen, it is your turn. You are currently on your ass outside of Rideau's fashion. You watched Yendar fucking blow this thing's leg off, and then you saw Catherine's gun blow up in her hand.
I want to basically get up and trying to think of a way of describing this in a way that everyone would know, but basically like I want to get up and see that Catherine is now in relatively mortal danger after blowing off her fucking hand. Yeah, she did do that, right? She blew off her hand.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want
hand?
Whichever hand you were holding it in.
Whichever
Okay,
hand.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And I want her to basically get up and run and like in one swift movement scoop up her hammer off the ground and do a flying Assassin's Creed leap towards the Boston Robotics bot to try to hit it like straight in the central core with her hammer.
All right, roll a d20 to see. Roll a d20 plus tough. Yep, that's good enough. Yep, okay. Over 10 is a success. Okay. I'll say it's not a full success, so you do catch a dog leg in the face on your way in. So like there's this like there's like this graceful movement as you see your friend in mortal danger. You get up, and as you start to run, you dust your ass off from the fucking ground dirt. You sprint, legs in these giant strides, these protecting hunter chase strides, realizing that if they win, the city falls and your precious boy dies with them. You scoop up the hammer, and like fucking Thor from the Marvel movies, you fucking leap into the air, grab the hammer with both hands, and as you come down, the dog leg kicks you in the face. You kind of start spiraling off aim. But as you land hammer first and just fucking smash this thing right in its stupid robot dogbot brain. And the whole thing goes silent.
is I want her to like stand up, sort of like a UFC fighter that's taking a kick to the chin. And I saw that quite a bit when I was playing it with my character last night. I got a real good look at my character doing this sort of wobble. So I imagine Karen sort of wobbling back and forth unsteadily, and then as soon as she manages to like stop without teetering over, immediately.
This down here, I got the disabled it with myself with a hammer. But
Okay, that's
perfect.
not.
Excellent, killed it myself. Perfect. +1 for Karen.
That's what he
Nothing for Yendar. Got it.
He fucking kidding. Do I notice what she's writing down and all her mumbling to herself?
Oh yeah, she's like doing it loudly.
I am visibly upset. But I also don't want to argue with her.
Karen Yendar, I have a health and safety observation.
I
have no hand.
Hold on. Shut your fucking mouth. In order to do that, I'd like you to go through the next in the chain of command. You know, I can't go skipping the chain of command here. If you go ahead and report that. I understand that, but you can't just hand that to me. You're going to need to hand that to your superior, and he'll hand it to me. So if you want to just go ahead and pass that off to
You're right.
Yendar will pass it off to me.
No, absolutely not. She can hand it to you, and then you can hand it to me.
No, see, as the newly assigned director of directing assistant management for Steam, I think that's
You haven't been promoted yet. What
if I send it to both of you? You just both.
I want to immediately look at you like that's the most preposterous thing you could have said.
While she's sitting here bleeding out of her stump.
Waving it angrily in their faces.
I want to like look around and see what's happening in the rest of the city.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
like what's happening up and down the streets.
Yeah, I changed the fucking music too soon, because what you see happening now is as the dog bot fucking stops moving, you hear a new siren. This siren you've only ever heard once before. And it is a retreat siren coming from Zephyron. You see your city pulling away from this stupid, shitty little city that, like, this shouldn't have even been a battle. You guys should have just walked all over this thing. And you guys are turning and running, and you see that liquid hot fire that keeps crashing against the shield. It starts to seep through, and these drips of liquid hot red hot liquid start dripping down into the streets as your city's shield begins to fail. You see people from the other city who've been kind of scavenging or doing whatever. They are getting back into their pods and launching back to their city. They're pulling out strange, complicated clockwork gliders with steam pistons and multiple lenses and a whole bunch of extra gears and gadgets, but all it does is glide. They get their fucking hook shots, and they go back to their city full of loot. And you guys are retreating, giving up the mountain to the other city. And combat is basically over. The rest of the enemy city leaves with their loot. Zephyron is looking rough. It's now definitely sinking. And that slow rate of decay is not so slow.
Oh,
Jesus.
And the happy music starts as you guys gently sink into the abyss.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful.
So yeah, combat is over. The war between the cities is over, and you guys did not come out too hot. Your city's looking a little beat up. So some red hot liquid kind of dripped down.
Catherine's missing a fucking hand.
Catherine's missing a fucking hand.
grab that. You said there was a fist on one of the dog arms.
That's right. There was a fist on one of the dog arms.
Let's grab that.
Okay, perfect. You fucking clockwork style screw a fist from the dog into your arm.
Can I make that work? Can I do like I have a medic.
Ooh,
can I make that work and actually use that thing?
Yeah, roll medic. Let's see if you can actually screw this weird dog arm into your arm.
Would you want me to use a D20 or are we doing D6s?
Roll a D20.
Okay. Oh no! Oh, it's a 6. Ah, sorry. Do you want me to change it or do you want to go with? That's still very bad.
That's still a very bad roll.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so I think you just kind of like grab this dog arm and you stick it into your stump and it fucking hurts like hell.
Jeez.
And it's there, but like it hurts worse than it did before and you're pretty sure it's going to get infected.
Oh my God.
This is nothing. I shouldn't have done
That looks terrible. What did you do? It doesn't even look like it's screwed on the right way.
Could you just take it? Just take it. I did it wrong. Could you take it? Just take it. I can't do it myself. I
God.
You got it in the corkscrew wound.
Oh, come on. Fuck me. Well, okay. Okay.
But I could keep going. Let's keep going. Should we go to the copper area?
Yeah, I think maybe we should. Let's go to the copper factory, please. Maybe we can pour some molten copper into the...
That would seal it.
Alcohol. Stop vomiting everywhere.
She's got a dog arm for a hand.
She doesn't even have fingers. It just has little puppy pads.
Okay, let's go to the goddamn copper factory. Please.
Can you just look at it one more time? Just...
Nope.
I can smell it from here.
I'm on a pickle juice cleanse.
Tell me, would you, a pickle juice cleanse? Oh my God, that's disgusting.
What the fuck?
Spiced pickle juice.
Oh my God, it's already starting to pus up. Oh my God.
I've been having oily discharge for a couple of weeks now.
This is
that's disgusting.
Every orifice I have, really.
This is the end of the channel.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
This is definitely not.
I don't know why, but it
compliant.
also resembles the consistency of mayonnaise. I just want to dip a couple French fries in it and take a bite.
Yeah, the concerning thing isn't so much the smell, it's the taste. I think it's the texture that really does it for me.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, well, off to the copper factory.
The city falls. The city just falls out of the fucking sky and crashes into the ground, and you all die.
It was lovely knowing all of you.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. Where the fuck are we in my fucking notes? Okay, so the city just starts going back to normal. People go back to their jobs, they go back to their shops, and everybody just starts, like, this shit happens every now and then, so like, you guys know there's no point in fucking crying over spilled milk, so everyone just goes back to their jobs. And you hop on a steam trolley that's heading in the right direction towards the back of the city, and it's got the big wheels and the little wheels, and it's got like the big fucking electrical antenna coming out the top that's just kind of like sparking like a Tesla fucking tower, and it's got like these big steam pistons that aren't hooked up to anything, and they just kind of shout steam every now and then. And you guys hop on this trolley, and it takes you down to the back of the city, and it takes you right past the spire. And this is the god spire where you saw the magic coming out of. And the god of Zephyron is, as you know, named Merlin. Almost no one is permitted to see Merlin, as his security is paramount. The death of Merlin would leave the city nearly defenseless. Sure, you have...
It'd be all right.
Well, it would be bad. It would be bad.
I think we'd be fine. Fuck Merlin. We could do fine without him.
Well, okay. I mean, that's okay. This is great.
Fine. All right. Okay, fine.
I assume Karen's kind of like saying that in character, and I'm just getting offended each time.
Blasphemy.
Waste of upper management space, if you ask me. I could do his job with 10% the cost, twice that. just a schmuck.
You just want the office.
So it's
The,
just
the,
throwing
the
it out
monocle
there.
just falls and I'm just sad.
Okay, describe them to us.
I mean, you've never seen him.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
all you know is that if Merlin would die, the city would be basically defenseless. Like that other god from that tiny city, if he had been allowed to just fucking lay waste to your city without that magical barrier, you guys would be fucked. Like Merlin is the source of that barrier. So without it, a single god, regardless of city size, could just melt Zephyron out of the sky. And by that same token, magic is basically illegal in Zephyron because anyone could try to assassinate Merlin, and if someone could use magic, they could try to usurp Merlin as the new god. And while there was some sort of infighting going on, another city could take over. So there is a law against magic. Anyone who can use magic is generally killed or left on a mountain when you guys leave, depending on whether they're like well respected or not well respected. So everyone in the city is mundane. None of you have magic powers. And as you guys are going through the city, you can now definitely see it. This city is losing altitude. It's not fast. You guys are not dropping out of the sky, but you do not have upward movement or even lateral movement. It is absolutely a descending direction. And eventually the trolley takes you to the back of the city, where the massive steam engine occasionally blasts out a big gust of steam to give the city a burst of speed, which I guess it's probably doing pretty good right now, trying to get the fuck away from the city that's very quickly melting you guys. And nearby is a very large industrial looking facility where the copper is smelted, refined, and formed into pipes, wires, ornaments, and basically everything else in this universe that's cog shaped. You know from your paperwork, actually, you know what? I don't know if you guys know this. I would like you all to roll plus cool to see if you can find your notes on who the floor manager of the copper factory is.
I sure as fuck
Karen has no fucking clue.
Nope.
I think it's Carl or John. Frederick.
What are we rolling? I'm sorry.
Frank.
You're rolling plus cool.
Plus cool.
To see if you
Cool,
can find
okay.
your notes. Just roll a d20.
Oh, god damn it.
I know. It's hard for me to let go of the old system. Okay, it's still very good. So yeah, Catherine is the first to find the notes, followed very quickly by Yendar. And Catherine, you know that the floor manager of the copper factory is Elaine.
It's Elaine. We want to see Elaine.
Okay. God. Her kid does ballet. Let's just say she's not the most graceful. She looks like a drunk house cat.
God.
I tell you what, she's got a couple of rough-looking feet. Like wet, sad hams packed into little...
Yendar
buns.
can't figure out if he's like severely attracted to Karen or is absolutely repulsed by her.
It's one and the same for Yendar.
Okay, you guys are at the factory, and there's like an intake individual standing at the front door.
Yes, hello. Here's our entrance forms. We're here to see Elaine.
Okay, entrance forms, great. This doesn't say that you're here to see Elaine. This is just an entrance form.
Yeah.
No,
well,
you see, right? Yeah,
what's
listen to
your
her.
name?
My name's Shastock.
Shastock, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Karen Smith Tech. You might know me better as the Director of Director Assistant Management Steam Managers. Hi, nice to meet you. What's your manager's name?
My manager, well, the floor manager is Elaine, but my direct manager is the Copper Managing District Associate Manager of Regional Managers.
Oh yes, the CDSMASMS.
Exactly, yeah.
Sure. How long have you been doing this job for?
2 weeks.
Do you have any other qualifications?
No.
You might want to look into getting some because with your attitude, I don't think you're long for this factory.
Oh no!
You understand?
I need this job.
What'd you say your name was again?
Shastok.
I'm already starting to forget.
No, no. Just a sec. Is there something I can do to do better?
Take us to Elaine.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, I can just call Elaine here. You want me to just get her here?
Did I stutter?
No? All right. Let's go in. Let's go find Elaine. Yep, you got it. Absolutely.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
This person has a very certain demeanor about them, and I want to take the stapler.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like this fucking sweet ass steam powered multi-cog fucking stapler sitting right on his little intake desk.
I put it in the trash. I don't even take it with me. I just put it in the trash. It's like when I see the cogs. I literally pick it up and I put it in the trash bag, like right next to it. I look at it, I'm like, this is really, never mind. And I put it immediately in the trash can.
And like a little tape on fucking mustache that was on the front of the stapler just kind of falls off as it goes in the garbage.
If there's anything else that is like on his desk that at all has any sort of cogs, steams, golden fixation, and anything that screams steampunk, I just kind of like full arm extended onto the desk, sweeping into the garbage can. Just
you sweep his like fucking clockwork revolving pistol, his
all of it.
Golden filigree monocle, his fucking complex set of goggles, his gear-shaped badge, all of it just goes in the fucking garbage.
All of it. All of it.
All right. And Mr. Shastok starts taking you inside.
As we start to go through the factory, can I look around and see if anything looks out of place?
Yes. Roll a perception, which is a D20 plus sharp.
Ooh, sharp is bad.
It looks pretty normal. Nothing really stands out as being a problem. It all looks pretty standard.
Okay. I'm gonna make notes in the floor report that we're supposed to be filling out.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, everything looks good from what you can see.
Okay.
And sure enough, shortly, a few minutes later, a short, fat woman with a fancy monocle kind of walks up to you and says, "Hey, I'm Elaine."
Hi, Elaine. It's me, Karen Smith Tech. I am the Director of Director Assistant Management Steam Managers.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. You're the D-Damsome.
Yeah, the D-Damsome. That's exactly what I am. Although I prefer for you to call me Mrs. Smith Tech. That would be, I think, more appropriate for us.
All right, Ms. Smith Tech.
That's Ms. Smith Tech, okay?
Yeah.
I would rather not you assume that I'm married. That is not a qualification.
I mean, I thought you said you was Mrs. Smith Tech.
Okay, so the attitude right now, not impressed. Maybe you'd be more comfortable explaining this to the Director of Steam Management.
Okay, hold on. Okay, no, we can get along. We can get along, Miss Smith Tech.
You want me to call the DASM?
No. Please don't call the DASM.
Here's the thing, okay? You see, you kids have it so easy nowadays. Back in my day, we didn't just get put in charge of the copper smelting factory.
Yes,
you had to work your way, pull yourself up by your pants and just get the check. You know, you really had to work for it.
Totally agree. I totally agree. Totally get it, Miss Smith Tech. Totally get it. I completely understand exactly what you're talking about. I am 100% on the same page. You don't even need to explain anymore. I totally understand. I get it. I agree with all the things you plan to say. I'm so on the same page as you.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. So if you could just go ahead and...
I lean forward and say, it sounds like he's arguing with you.
Sounds like you're getting a little argumentative here. Like...
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did you just call me a he? Did you just call me a he? Just a sec. Hold on. Hey, Mr. Fucking Fancy Mustache. Hey, Mr. Fucking greaseball looking Johnny Bravo douchebag, huh?
I put up one. I start checking something, and I just immediately hold up one finger while I'm checking my hack check.
How dare you say something so bold yet so brave?
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna let this fucking greaseball douchebag walk into my factory and disrespect me. Who the fuck are you?
Agree.
I just put up one finger like this, and I'm just still standing there.
You know what? I just want to say that I completely agree. I I don't think anybody should come in here and disrespect you or the quality of the work that you people do here.
Yeah. Anyways, what you guys looking for?
Can you explain to me why your piece of shit copper pipes are fucking up the entire city?
Excuse me? Fucking excuse me? Hold on. What? Fucking excuse me?
You fucking idiot. You're killing the
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The city is gonna crash in a fiery blaze. See, we're sinking.
What do you mean? We're not. The city's not fucking sinking. No, we're
The city
getting
is
away.
sinking. The city is sinking.
We're not sinking. You're sinking. I'm gonna sink you, you fucking
The city. Okay, well that's not very nice. All right, why don't I go out the window? I thought you were a fucking man.
I'm sorry. You said something about a window. You know what?
Look at the window. Look at the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in response to the window.
I don't understand. Someone please tell me, because I don't understand. You see how we're thinking? You see how we're moving the opposite of up?
Yeah, no, that's because we're getting away. We're just getting away from the thing.
No, this was your pipes. Your pipes
No,
did this.
my pipes are perfect. How dare you?
We need
How
to see
dare
your
you?
latest QA audit. We need to see the results of your latest QA audit
I'll
immediately.
fucking QA you. I'll fucking QA you. I'll QA you.
How big is this person, like tall wise?
Like maybe 4'5".
I want to walk over to this person and I want to get a white glove, which I keep in my pocket, and I want to ever so very daintily put it across her cheek.
How dare you?
That's right.
How
we
dare
are
you?
sinking. We will task it. You know what? Get the directive, Steam. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Get the directive, Steam. Get the directive, Steam.
Okay, absolutely.
And I want
Get the
Karen to
directions.
reach into
You're
her
done.
purse
You're
to
done.
grab her steampunk phone, but instead of grabbing it, grabs a hammer and smashes Elaine in the center of the face with it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Roll a d20 plus tough.
Oh, I don't have to roll for anything.
Oh yeah, I
It's
guess
not
I
a
did.
roll.
Yeah, I said yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it anyways, for the sake of not just power gaming and killing everybody.
The rules are supposed to be that, and I totally fucking forgot because I've changed the rules. Oh yeah, no, that fucking hits. That fucking hits. Anyways, that's an absolute fucking success. And
Okay.
you smash fucking Elaine in the face with a hammer, and she fucking, I guess, passes out.
As soon as I do it, I want to like wipe the blood off the hammer on her clothes and slide it back into her purse and like flip her head side to side to readjust her hair, and they go.
Now, can any of you find any paperwork to find out who her 2IC is? We need her 2IC to relinquish her QA reports. She clearly wasn't going to do it. She was overproud. So what we'll do is we'll bring in her 2IC, point at her unconscious body with a very broken nose, and ask if they want to be in the same position or if they'd like to tell us where the QA report is.
Kathy just quietly submits an improper use of company equipment form.
I want to look at the window and I want to see if the window is big enough to fit a human body through to just dump out the entire city.
You guys are psychopath.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure it is.
I want Karen to look at Yendar and like make eye contact with Yendar, then look down at the fucking body of Elaine snoring on the ground, and then like motion her head towards the window, like you want to grab her feet and we'll both,
I want to look around and make sure that the fucking Sassatalk isn't around or whatever.
Yeah, no, there's just like 30 employees all standing around fucking staring at you guys. Like production has stopped. There's like 10 people fucking bending pipes, 10 people pouring. They're all just fucking standing there staring at you guys.
All right,
I'm
scene in an upcoming play that her son's putting on, and we were just, Elaine is going to be in that play. So come see us.
While Catherine is saying this, Karen's going. Got her arms, like her hands underneath Elaine's armpits, and is dragging her towards the window.
Oh my god!
Wait! Before you do that, hold on a second. Look, I like have her stop. I'm like, look around. Witnesses.
Wait, what?
But look at all the witnesses.
Did you just hit Elaine?
Yes, we did.
Hold on. No, shut up.
You shut up. You shut the fuck up. I've got this. Now you shut up. You shut the fuck up.
I want to roll. Trust me.
Oh, shit.
You tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that the truth is that the Zephyron is in trouble and that we need to get to the bottom of it, and we don't have time to stand around and debate, and that we need to get the information that Elaine was holding immediately, and she was preventing us. So you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Damn, man.
I would like to help out in any way I can with this.
I'm gonna roll plus charm. Let me see here.
Roll it twice.
Oh,
wait, that's 2d20. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So the first one would be a 14, which is still a success.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I fucked that up. I thought it was separated into 2 rolls. Gotcha. Okay.
So 14. That's fucking a success, man.
Okay.
So they just fucking believe you.
Okay, so Karen's now like panting and dusting off her clothes.
Who was
straightening out her business suit.
Elaine's next in line?
I think it was the Shastok guy.
Could someone go and retrieve Shastok, please?
Yeah, I'll go get him. And then a few minutes later, Shastok shows up, kind of all slumped over. Oh man, somebody knocked all my stuff into the garbage. Man.
I want Karen to like touch him on the shoulder to like guide him in front of the entire group of 30 workers.
Yeah.
Like sort of where Elaine was standing.
Yeah.
And say,
now, Mr. Shastok, we just spoke with Elaine.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah, well, I think Elaine and I had what you might call a failure to communicate.
Okay.
So, what I want from you is all of the quality assurance and quality check reports. That would be ZK5 through ZK12.
Okay.
And I want them right now. And I don't want you to have to call anybody to do any kind of permission checks or anything like that. You don't need to validate it. I just need you to go and do it. You want to know why?
Why?
I want her to like now grabbing his collar, like pull him back and stick his head out the giant porthole window and hold the hammer up to his face and say,
if you don't, you're going to be going the same fucking way that your fucking supervisor did. You understand me?
I want to be like, could you get out of the way? And I want to be like holding the body, like trying to lift the body to shove it out the window. Can you get that out of the way, please?
Okay. You want to just? I mean, I'll go get the reports from the sections. You want to come with me to come get them?
Do I want to come with you to come get them?
Yeah. I mean, you can either sit here while I go get them and bring them back, or you can just come with me and get them as we go.
What do you think?
and then she turns around and looks at Catherine and Yendar.
I think if we go, we'll have a chance to ask more people about what's going on.
True. I suppose so.
And then she starts like relaxing and pulling him back in and says, "But
it's very funny business."
and then sticks his head out the window again.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. And he starts taking you through the facility. The first is the refining area, where there's this like huge vat of liquid with this giant stone lid and these two big copper rods sticking out of the bottom. And then this huge clockwork bot kind of has the gears and the shoulders click along as the lid with the rods are dunked into this liquid. And then this switch is hit, and there is a terrifying, shocking humming sound as an enormous amount of electricity kind of flows through the into one rod and out the other through this liquid. And Shastok kind of grabs a paper from the area supervisor for the refining and hands that off to you, and carries on to the smelting area, where there are these huge stone crucibles that are lifted high into the air by these terrifying looking clockwork bots. And they're lifted and poured and then filled with chunks of ore and heated again. And there's this army of little tiny clockwork bots carrying chunks of ore from another room through small holes in the wall, and they kind of dunk these chunks of rock into the big melting pot. And Shastok kind of grabs the QA report from the floor supervisor in here, and you guys continue on into the production room, where there is this molten copper that's poured from the other room, flows down these channels into a series of the series of multi-armed bots change which channels start getting filled and where the flows go. And then people start pulling off molds that are like the slabs where the channels are running through. They pull off the slabs, which are now filled with copper, and they start quenching and working the metal. And Shastok goes and grabs the QA report from the supervisor in here as well, and hands them to you. And
how do the people working the machines look? Do they look focused and professional? Or are they looking disheveled and, you know, just listening to podcasts the whole time and distracted?
They look tired. They look very tired. They look more tired than you think employees should look. And the QA report says that everything checks out. All the checks for all the piping checks out 10 out of 10. Every single check.
Is that unusual? Is it unusual for all of them to be perfect?
No, that's actually like because you guys have to survive in the sky, nothing short of perfection is allowed. Everything has to fucking be 10 out of 10 in order to be installed. So this is a standard report of perfect fucking piping.
Can I ask what, while they're talking about the report and Elaine, can I ask one of the workers? Can I start talking to one of the workers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, how's it been? How long have you been? What's your workload like these days?
Man, well, it's been a lot more than usual. You know, where most of us are working double shifts. But you know, we're still keeping the fucking work done perfect. So we're doing okay.
Why the sudden increase?
Well, I mean, a whole bunch of people started calling in sick, so you know, we're working double shift to make up for their missing shit. But you know, it's still good work. It's just a lot.
Oh, just a bunch of them all at once. Did they say what they have?
The flu, apparently. I don't know. There's some sort of underground battle fucking thing going on that they're watching. Seems unlikely that they all suddenly got the flu, but yeah, no, they all say they got the flu.
I'm gonna go back to the party. Hey, Shasta.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's with everyone calling in sick? What's going on with that?
I don't know. They got sick.
Don't you have health benefits? Didn't you get your mandatory flu shot?
Yeah, we did. I don't know why they're sick. They're probably faking it.
What's going on with your sanitation? Let me see your logs from the cleaners.
Oh my god! All right, here's the logs from the everything's fine. We're clean here.
It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's fucking weird.
This is weird. I don't know.
Well, if you were to, in your infinite wisdom and bountiful experience,
I've only worked here for 2 weeks.
How the fuck are you the second in command?
It's a very complicated system. It's a very, very complicated system.
If you were to take a guess at why a gigantic city-sized airship were sinking, what would you conclude?
Steam?
I want to smack him in the face with a hammer and throw him out the window.
Okay.
No, I won't. No, I won't. Karen will just roll her eyes and say,
Can I speak to your Never mind. Never mind, okay.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, take care.
Anything else?
No,
Where's the next? You were going to get us more reports, right? Take us to the next report.
That's all the reports. That's the three. That's the 3 areas. Everything's perfect, and some people are sick. That's it.
Interesting.
Well, should we head along to the the machine shop, perhaps? Or everyone keeps mentioning steam. Should we go to the steam generator subsection 75 area?
Well, that's just downstairs.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, you guys can just take the elevator down to the steam generator.
What's the most complicated thing we could do?
The most complicated thing, I guess, would probably try to go to the machine shop.
I think that's what we should do. No, I don't. No, I don't.
If the steam generator is right, we go to, if it's right down below us, why don't we just check that out right quick?
Why don't we
Just check that out. Yeah, just check that out
Check it out right quick.
Yeah, just go check that out.
Let's go take a quick look.
Let's go check it out.
Very quick.
Let's check it out, yeah.
Maybe just go check
Oh my
that
wonderful.
out.
Take the elevator.
Sure.
Okay, bye.
Okay, ta-ta.
Okay, bye.
Okay, farewell.
Yeah,
All right, wonderful.
I'll see you later.
Okay, you take
I want to
care.
take, before we leave, I want to take Elaine's hack check. I'm going to throw it out the window.
Oh, so neat. It's cold.
And immediately all the sirens in the city go off for Man Overboard. And everyone starts putting on battle suits. And the police start coming out. No, none of that happens.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, so you guys get into the elevator that's just kind of outside the copper factory, and you guys start taking the elevator. Oh no. Why didn't it stay?
Elevator combat music.
Damn it, you guys are so lucky. I was gonna put you in an elevator for 5 minutes with elevator music going and just let you RP, but apparently I forgot to add my fucking elevator music, so I guess the elevator just fucking takes you down there. And you're in the steam area. No.
Okay, I throw Elaine out the fucking window.
Okay, so you guys get down. The elevator reaches the bottom, and when the elevator doors open, you see a lobby with sets of heavy white coats and pants hanging on the wall, and there are also lobby shelves with sets of rebreathers and that look like Bane masks, and there's a small desk with an individual behind it, and that's the entry to the steam generator. It's just this lobby with the big heavy sets of stuff.
Sorry, what is the stuff?
The like a heavy equipment and the rebreathers. It's like safety. It's like a steam protection.
Okay.
Steam PPE.
Gotcha.
And then there's a person sitting at the back at a desk beside a door that leads into the steam generator labs.
Well,
No?
I leave it to you.
Saunter up, and I lean my bloody arm.
Oh God!
on.
Yeah, look it.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Been
It's
a long
awful.
day. Well, don't look at it. That's rude.
Don't
just
look
saying-
at it.
I'm just saying, look, but don't look at it.
Okay.
Tell us everything. How's everything going? Are you getting a lot of people calling and saying?
I just work the front desk.
Could you show us to your supervisor?
Show us to your
Um,
supervisor. I want to speak to your
you
manager.
need
Yeah,
to
so
go-
this is fucking supervisor.
You have the right forms. You need the X11 STB.
Obviously, we have the right forms.
Obviously, we have the right forms.
All of it's to be of the right form.
Okay, well, can I see the right forms, please?
Here are the right forms.
Okay.
I scramble to actually do the right forms.
And roll roll plus cool.
Oh, you.
Holy shit. Yeah, you fucking perfect this form like the best anyone's ever seen. And you just fucking hand it. He's like, oh, perfect. Yeah.
Obviously, I have the correct forms.
Obviously, you have the right forms. Yeah,
Don't
no.
question me.
Yeah, no problem. So the you'll need to get your own PPE on, of course, and the Steam production assistant producer of directors and administrators will meet you along with the assistant to the director of production administrators, Samantha and Samuel.
Great.
Okay. Would you guys all like to put on your PPE?
Yep. Yeah, Karen definitely will. Karen's gonna like put it on, and while she's putting it on, she's looking at workers like,
I don't know if this put in a human resources complaint. You don't have the proper sciences for this. I want this to be safe.
Okay. And as you guys enter into the main lab, you see that there are a complex set of valves and switches and dials, and there are a number of individuals all in PPE kind of scurrying about with clipboards, taking readings, tapping their teeth with pens, ever so slightly adjusting dials, and then taking down readings on new numbers. There's a large pane of glass in this room, and on the other side are bots reading valves from meters and readouts, and then shuffling around the room to pull levers and turn valves and cranks. And every now and then there's this massive venting of steam that scalds the whole room on the other side. And when the steam clears, the bots are still just kind of going about doing their business. And two individuals kind of walk up to you, and they look like they could be twins. The woman has long black hair and thick glasses and complex looking steampunk braces. And the man has short trimmed black hair, thick glasses, and complex looking steampunk braces. And this is APDA Sam and ADPA Sam.
Sam.
Sam and Sam.
Hello.
Okay, so my name is Karen Smith Tech. You may know me better as the Director of Director Assistant Steam Management Managers.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, so we're gonna play a game. It's called One of You Shut the Fuck Up, and the other one answer when I say something, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course, yes.
Karen ever so gingerly fingers the haft of her hammer.
Was wondering if you've had any anomalies over the past, few days.
Not really. Everything's pretty good.
You see, that was kind of weird how you hesitated like that.
Well, I had to think that there's a lot of stuff to think of, and everything has been normal.
Are you back talking me?
I'm answering your
I want to
question.
speak to your supervisor. Who's your supervisor?
Well, technically,
I'd
that
like
would
to speak to your manager.
that would be Sam. Here.
Is he? I'd like to. Sam, hello.
Hi.
I'd like to register a complaint.
Against?
Sam.
Oh.
Yep.
Me?
No, you're the other one.
Oh. That makes sense.
Register a complaint. Yep.
Okay. Can
put in the
nature of the
report?
complaint, please?
Yes, the nature of the report, if you could write this down. Sam and Sam were talking to me, and as I was speaking to Sam and Sam told me, much to the chagrin of Sam, that Sam said that Sam doesn't think that there's anything wrong with it, but when I asked Sam and Sam whether Sam and Sam thought there was anything wrong or any anomalies that they had faced, Sam, not Sam, told me that there was nothing wrong, and I would like to write up Sam, but possibly Sam and Sam, for failure to respect the authority of the Director Assistant Management of Steam Managers.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I like that, except for the part where you said that you might report Sam, and I don't know that I really approve of reporting myself.
Okay, listen, here's the thing you kids need to understand. When I was growing up, we need to understand
Yes.
when we got positive feedback like that, or constructive feedback, the important part is to apply. You see, you kids these days with your Steam LinkedIn and all of your various websites regarding your emails and such, back in the day, we had to go in there and hand in a resume and do it ourselves, It was a dog-eat-dog world.
What?
Nowadays, you guys get participation trophies and things like that. Back in my day, we had winners and losers, and you can't win every time, Sam. And
Oh, of
Sam, you
course.
need to understand that. Sometimes you lose. You just need to be able to embrace.
Yes,
that
Sam, you
sometimes you're gonna
fucking
get that kind
loser.
of constructive feedback.
Whoa, Sam?
Did you
Excuse
just
me?
curse at me? Did you just curse at
Sam?
me?
Did you just call me a
Director.
fucking loser?
Oh.
Sam, you need to fucking buck up, okay? You can't just be. You were born 30 seconds after me, and you have been riding my coattails all fucking this whole life. You don't even deserve this job, Sam. How could you? We have
Karen
been through.
starts backing away.
We have been through so much, and now it's all coming out right in front of the DDSAMASAM. Now is the time you choose to voice this. Sam, I have been bottling this up for too damn long. You are useless. Sam, don't say this. You're just angry. Sam,
as Karen's backing up, I kind of want to suddenly approach and just put like my hands like on Karen's back and start pushing her back into the situation.
Sam, don't do this to us.
Oh, I see that Karen has a hunting rifle.
Oh God!
I imagine that it would unfold like a tripod. I want to pull it out and aim it right at the center of Sam and Sam's faces, like putting it like 2 inches away from their nose and just pointing the barrel back and forth between the two of them. Go,
Shut your fucking mouth and listen here. Unless you want me to give you an asshole where your nose used to be, you're gonna fucking listen real close.
Okay.
We're looking to detect an anomaly in steam production, and your department was flagged as a possible culprit. I'm going to need all your reports for the last quarter, detailed, along with timestamps and the individuals who wrote the reports.
Okay.
If you don't do that, I'm going to shoot Sam in the center of his fucking face and turn his head into a strawberry Danish while Sam has to watch. Is any part of that unclear?
All perfectly clear. Would you like to come with us through the rooms to get the reports?
You know what? I think you'd probably be faster if I didn't.
You know what? Temporally, that doesn't make sense, but I think in some weird way that does make sense.
I just wouldn't want to hinder you with my short legs. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a little watch. You have 5 minutes. For every minute over that, I'm going to break one of your bones with my hammer.
Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you threaten me with a hammer?
If you just by chance thought that maybe you'd tell someone about this arrangement that I've made with you, I'm going to find out where you sleep. And I'm going to make you watch.
What's going on?
As I throw everything that you love dearly off of.
Why is this happening to me?
Hear me? Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand.
Do you have a mom?
A bomb?
A mom?
Yeah.
A mother?
Yes.
Do you love her?
No.
Okay. Do you have a dad?
Yeah.
Do you love him?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to go and alter your citizen file to the data bank to show that your mother has sole custody over you despite the fact that you're adults. And then I'm going to put your dad in an air cannon and yeet his ass into the next fucking century. You understand me? I'm going to turn your dad into
Yeet his ass?
This is so fucked up.
As Hunter Chase would say, and I'm going to paint the side of another airship Dad Brown. Understand me?
Oh my God, yeah, got it.
Turn him into dog shit and fire him at another fucking ship.
Hard copy, totally got it. Yep.
4 minutes, 52 seconds, 51, 50,
Okay.
49.
Yeah, oh look at that, I have all the reports right here. Yeah, everything's awesome.
Perfect. Took you 13 seconds, let's see it.
So report says that we're starting to run low on coal. We're good for right now, but we're probably going to need to find a resource soon.
Okay.
And
how about dads?
Dad, we have exactly enough dads. We have.
How many miles to the dad do you think?
Hopefully not more than one.
Okay, excellent. Noticing one little inconsistency. Sam, doesn't seem to me that your report is in papyrus. Did you get the memo about putting all
Oh my God, did the font change again?
Yeah, you put Comic Sans. See, the memo said that we're moving away from Comic Sans to prepare for 20,000. When we're making the official switch to papyrus, but I see that this is still in Comic Sans.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess, do I just have to rewrite the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you to go ahead and rewrite the whole thing. I'm also gonna make sure you get a copy of those memos, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Great, you betcha.
Okay. And the report shows that steam production is still at the optimal values. Pool supplies are lower than they should be, but it's not actually affecting output right now. And they've also noticed a number of people calling in sick.
Well, it's sounding suspicious. Is
Well,
there
I'm stumped. It's up to you two. I'm out of ideas now.
Hey, did Sam, did any of the people provide doctor's notes? You know you gotta fill out the form to get sick leave if you want to call in sick, and to fill out the form you need the doctor's note.
Yeah, well, they just kind of like stopped showing up, and so we wrote them up, but they haven't showed up again. Yeah.
They didn't call in sick. They just didn't. They
Well, they called like they didn't show up, and then they called in, and we told them that we need the forms, and they said they weren't going to, so we wrote them up.
I see. Where do they all live?
In a lot of different places.
Is it? When they all called in, and you know, there's been a lot of sicknesses and stuff like that. Was there any sort of same sickness, same reason?
Well, they all worked in the boiler room, and they all said they had the flu.
They all said they had the flu.
Yeah.
Interesting. Could you go check the boiler room for us?
I mean, I was gonna take you guys there, but you didn't want to go.
I don't want to go into it anymore. Can you go check it for me?
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to get the flu. You know, it might be bacteria in there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Blup, 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 blup. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Your feet make really weird sounds.
It's the shoes. It's the PPE shoes.
I guess. What are your environmental readings in the boiler room right now?
Hot. And normal.
Hot and normal. That's how people describe me.
We're all just contemplating.
Yeah. So something's wrong with the boiler room.
Where were all the were all the people in the copper factory who called in sick also from the same area of the shop? I guess we didn't ask.
I think the report shows that they were all in the production room.
How many people, like in terms of ratio of where people are assigned? Can I see, at least in this one, is that like a little piece of it, or are most people in the steam production area in the boiler room?
Oh, it's like equal parts. There's equal people in the management room, equal people in the quality room, equal people in the boiler room. And the only people that have called in sick have been in the boiler room.
Hey, Sam, is there any connection between the boiler room and the copper production room?
I mean, they heat the boiler that, you know, well, to the production room? Not really. We heat the boiler that heats up the smelters, but not really anything for the production room.
What do you of course, I mean, if someone in my station understands, what exactly are you boiling?
Water.
Where's the water coming from?
Into steam.
Yeah, I understand that. Where's the water supply coming from?
Oh, either rain, or when we go find a mountain with water on it, we pump it all off.
It could be somehow that I looked at the rest of the party. It could be somehow that the water got infected, and as it's boiling, it's turning into steam, which is thus giving them some sort of bacterial infection, which is turning into the flu.
Where do you store the water?
Where do we store the water?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
in the big tank in the bottom
Don't
of the
say
city.
in the fucking water tanks. I swear to God.
It's not.
All right, can we get a sample of water from here? I assume there's a faucet here. There's something that pulls from the same source. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
All right, get me a sample. Post haste, please.
Okay. Here you go.
All right, that's in a wrong container. Give me in a proper container, please. I can't file that.
Okay, splash on the ground. Proper
Okay,
container.
that's all right.
Okay, there you go.
All right, wonderful. This doesn't have a screw top. I need one with a screw top.
Oh, okay. Splash. Oh, I've got it on my hands now. Okay.
Oh, well, you're probably about to have the flu.
Well, shit. Okay, here you go. It's got the screw top.
Perfect. All right, excellent. Where can we go to get this tested? I assume you know. Yes, I assume there's some sort of regular QA. Okay, well, unscrew this. Here you are, and test it.
Perfect.
Make sure the water's all right. All right, hurry up.
Okay, perfect. I'll go test this. And
all right. Why is he calling the same number as before? That's strange.
Okay, perfect. I've just put it in my clockwork science machine, and it says that it's all clean.
All right. Well,
Oh, weird.
I thought that was a decent theory. I thought it was a decent theory.
I mean, clearly not. Clearly you were fucking wrong. Idiot.
Oh, okay.
Idiot.
All right. That's not very
Clearly
nice.
you're fucking wrong, idiot.
That's not very nice.
Goddamn idiot.
That's not very nice. That's not very nice at all.
Get it together.
All right.
The rest of us are trying. Here, Yendar, what the fuck are you
it
doing?
smells like you haven't showered today. Yep. Hair's looking a little bit more oily than usual.
Let me go to that here.
Okay. Go ahead, write it up. Yeah, write it up that you don't care about personal hygiene when you're up for a promotion. Yeah, go ahead, put that in the report. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Speaking of which, would you like to go out later?
Yes, please.
Would you? Movies?
Movies would be nice.
All right, wonderful. Be delightful. I treat, of course. I will. I'll be there at 6:59.
Okay.
I'll be very prompt.
Okay.
Do you prefer lilies or roses?
Roses.
Of course.
What are you doing with your life, Catherine?
Wait, what?
Still trying to get up with
Catherine's
Carl.
Catherine's just staring straight forward and reading forms. Uh-huh.
What do you notice? Anything stand out in those forms?
Do I notice anything? I'm really reviewing the personnel files and the QA reports.
I mean, it looks like everybody called in sick at the same time, and it was. Why don't you roll D20 plus sharp?
Ooh.
Ooh, wait a minute. Everyone called in at the same time.
Right?
Can I put 2 and 2 to maybe think it's sabotage?
Okay, I think as you have that thought, and as you, Catherine, are reading these reports, you see that it's following the hire of a brand new employee.
Who?
The name is
Stop looking at chat.
Christo.
God damn it.
There are some who call me Christo. Well, it's clearly this Christo person's fault. Everything started happening after Christo got hired.
Fucking Christo.
Fucking Christo.
Stupid
Always
ass fucker.
problematic.
Absolutely stupid.
Okay, well, do you know where this
She just sort of
Christo.
turns around, just talking to the room.
do you know where this person is, this employee here?
Christo?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Are you lying to me?
No.
I can show you what happens to liars.
No, I'm not lying. They just show
sure?
up. I don't need to know where they live.
Be a real bummer. I was gonna have to teach you a lesson.
Why? Why is it always violence to teach lessons?
Hey, that's the way it's gonna be, so you decide.
No, he just shows up.
The Christo person is just here in the Steam place. They don't work in any other
I
department.
don't know where else they work.
Your files are sorely lacking, sir and ma'am.
Do you have a home address?
No. Why would I have
Do
a
you
home
have a
address?
phone number?
You know what? They probably live in Zephyron.
Wow,
Wow.
Is there a window nearby?
No, there's no fucking window in the lab.
No, fuck it. I make a window.
Okay, you make a window. you put a cog in the fucking side of the wall, and it clockwork style expands, and there's a window there now.
Show us Christo's latest paycheck. That's got a. Do you not have your addresses written on those? It should be part of the standard HR form.
They get direct deposit.
For tax forms.
Oh.
You need to
They
take.
get direct deposit tax forms.
So we're still talking to Sam right now, right?
Yeah.
I look at Karen. I'm like, I think it's time. Get the hammer.
I think it is as well.
I think it is as well.
Are you sure you don't want to do some other fact finding and maybe some other sleuthing before you maybe kill one of us or something?
Well, it sounds like maybe you should give us a shred of information to go off of, because I'll tell you right now, one of the #1 phrases I hate in the world is "I don't know." I fucking hate that. So if you tell me I don't know 3 times, I'm going to have Karen do what Karen does best. All right, and that's be a badass bitch.
Okay, then I'll tell you what I do know.
Shut the fuck up. I want to tell you what's going to happen. There's 3 options, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, God, all right. Sorry,
Either
yes.
both of you are going to start knowing quite a bit right now.
Yeah.
Or you can keep up this charade where both of you barely know anything, and then in a very short order of time, one of you is going to know everything, and one of you will never know anything again.
Okay, well, okay, I'll tell you what I do know. I
get
know
out my
that
flamethrower.
I see this piece of paper sticking out of your pocket that says that you should check 3 places. And I feel like you just came down the elevator from the copper place, and now you've been to the steam generator, and you should probably go check out the machine shop.
Maybe we should check out the machine shop.
I turn on the flamethrower.
Yeah. Karen looks at Yendar and says,
Grab his legs.
I grab his legs.
Oh my god! Crystal comes up from below. They live in the lower floors.
I want to
Wait, did you say Crystal came up?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
Who's that?
No. I'm saying Crystal comes up from the lower floors. That's where he lives down. He lives down below.
You know what else is down below?
What?
The machine.
Elena. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, oh, never mind. Fuck.
Oh, gotcha. You were talking about the below in the ship, not below as in outside in a paste. Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. That's embarrassing.
Was the machine place in the lower depths?
Yeah, but it's also kind of more to the side. They seem to be describing more like lower living quarters.
Right, sure. Well, you make a fine point, Sam and Sam. Shall we gather all the information we can and then make decisions from that? Head off to the machine shop for now?
I suppose we could.
Wait, so you
That's all
wanted
we
to find out
can
the
do.
answer and then just go the opposite place?
We wanted to gather all the. Listen, what I want to do, okay, is I want to find out where this mysterious new employee lives out, who clearly is very mysterious, and a lot of incidents started occurring after he was hired, because we're going to need to talk to him later, but we plan on going to location number 3 before we go to visit this man. It's called visiting a location, gathering intelligence, and we move on to the next spot.
Well, fine.
I can see why you are at your level.
Wow.
Mm.
Yep,
Well-
I know upper management when I see it. I'm not looking at it right now.
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
shit.
Okay, well, so we're gonna go check where Christo came from then.
No, first we want to know, do you have a fucking address? Anything for me? Anything at all?
Yeah. Lives at
Stop looking at chat.
ZP3 at lowerlevel.com.
God, fucking God. All right, wonderful. Thank you. Was that so hard?
Yes, it was.
I literally slap the person as hard as I can.
That was nice. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. If you're lucky, I might give you another. Now, let's be gone from these imbeciles with their fashion. Yuck.
Truly disgusting.
Disgusting.
I kind of like it.
You're just like the Pandersons. What an awful family. They have a daughter that plays steampunk soccer and looks like a beached beluga. Waddling around.
My
And I go,
God.
what?
Yeah, I heard she has type 6 diabetes.
She has a thyroid problem.
Well, you got more than just a thyroid problem, I can tell you. She got an ass too big for that pants problem, too.
Thyroid, thyroid.
Thyroid problem.
All right, well, on we go.
All right, wonderful. On to the next place.
Are you guys heading to ZP3 at lowerlevel.com or the machine shop?
I assume the machine shop.
yeah, let's go to the machine shop.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. Okay, we are 10 minutes after 10. So we can call it there. We can pick it up next week. I do think this will just be a 2-sessioner.
Sure.
Based on how much shit you guys just skipped by torturing the fucking information out of Sam and Sam.
Listen, like we may be playing new characters, but we're still the same people. You need to understand that.
All right. Okay. Then I think we'll call the session there, guys.
Fuck yeah, awesome session.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
wonderful.
Next
right.
week, same time, same place.
Well,
Not next.
yeah, Venalis
Possibly.
won't be
I
around.
have a sponsored schmingamadig.
Yeah.
But if it ends soon enough, then yeah, I'm down. I'll keep you guys posted.
Okay, just let us know.
Okay.
Either way, next
Okay.
session will be more of this.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, awesome. I will see you guys later.
Fucking awesome. See you guys next time.
Bye.